What up, though? Yes. Another pre-fight warm-up. Definitely not as heavy as last week. Definitely got a weak ass undercard on this one. Hopefully not a weak ass main event. I got my main analyst on the film study, Jake Gems, in the building. Coach Joey's also in the building, probably to critique Jake Gems.
You already know.
I'm gonna wait till you two do their thing. What's up with y'all, man?
Yeah, not much, bro.
Just chilling, man.
Gotcha. Josh, I see you was good. Let's see if anybody even comes around for Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte. It's actually not a horrible fight.
Nah,
It's
not at
not
all.
a horrible fight at all. But remember the deal last week, Jake?
What you mean?
How you just go through the film study, pause when you say pause. Uh,
That worked out well last time.
yeah. And
Yeah.
motherfuckers follow the rules, it'd be all right.
You broke the rules more than anybody.
Hey man, it's my show, goddammit.
You can't be preaching rules and not be an example.
Shit. In Jim's world, I can do
Man,
what the hell I want to do.
Yo,
Tyrone
Jacob,
Gray was good. Viper was happening.
what's your name, man? What's it say on your icon?
shit, Jake Jams.
All right then.
Fuck out of here. So I gave you that name, bro. Tony Cuevas was good. William Davis was happening. Quez was good. Sadly, I'm here. What we saying? Garcia gonna win or lose? You gotta stay tuned, brother. Not a bad card either. I hate this card.
Damn, is it that
Oh yeah,
bad? I ain't
bro.
take a look at it.
I said this shit on bro. The co-main is trash.
What is it?
It's Floyd Schofield
Oh, bro.
versus another tomato can, but dog, like how is he?
Hold on. That wasn't supposed to be the
Nah. The other one got
man.
canceled. I
Oh
forgot.
wow. Ain't that what
What
the
was
fuck? Is somebody
Jacob?
dying in the background, bro? What was that?
Motherfucker got Saw playing in the back of
Damn.
his fucking.
God damn, y'all motherfuckers weird, man.
Open my
Bro,
phone for
wait.
1 second, bro.
Hold on. Davies versus Barossa got canceled?
We didn't get canceled. Got postponed because they had visa problems.
No,
Oh my
man.
fucking god! How they had visa problems a day before the fight?
Yeah, Davies couldn't get into the country.
Davies couldn't
Why
get
the
into the.
fuck would he try to come in the country a day before the fight?
Uh, that's some bullshit.
Oh man, this card just got incredible. All right, bro. So that means I swear I'm starting this live stream at like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, nah, because like I don't know if anybody.
I watch Floyd Schofield and I watch Ryan Garcia. That's it. Cause
Because
goddamn,
this co-main is awful, bro. There's a reason why this shit couldn't dare be on pay-per-view.
you got post. So the only championship fight got postponed.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, man.
Over some dumb shit, bro. I found out about that a few days ago. I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I watching this shit for? You see, Ryan Garcia might have improved a little bit.
Fuck, man.
And I was actually curious about that Davies Barroso fight. Because I think the winner of that is going to become the next champion.
Not
Yeah.
easy getting a USA passport. Bro, you know how many times it happens in boxing?
And more so than that.
But no, we're not supposed to be talking about it the day before the fight. Fam.
Exactly,
we're
bro.
supposed to be talking about them issues 2 weeks before the fight. Like, why is he trying to come, or why was he trying to come through a day before and we know now?
Exactly. Like this news that got about Davies, bro, that was literally this week where that shit got postponed. That wasn't weeks ago.
Yeah, that shit weak. All right, anyway, man, we're going to do what we came to do. Fuck. Yeah, but yeah, this card is...
It's a DAZN card. Let's just put it like that.
All right, this is going to be the full film study from Patreon. Jake, I mean, I'm gonna pause it sometimes too, just to question you.
Damn. God.
Interrogate you.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
just say this shit's ass if it is. Like,
let's get it. Fight fam, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification. Class in session. Look, as long as you hear that voice still at the beginning, you know what it is, Jake.
incoming long ass intro.
Following a knockout loss.
God damn it, Joey.
All right, let's get it. Button, subscribe, and hit that notification. Class in session.
Following a knockout loss at the hands of Gervonta Davis, and now under the tutelage of former trainer of the year Derek James, Ryan Garcia seeks to return to his winning ways en route to a rumored showdown with Teofimo Lopez. In his path stands the powerful Mexican knockout artist Oscar Duarte, who has his mind set on ruining those plans. Will Ryan right his wrongs and earn another highlight reel KO, or Duarte beat the odds? Let's look at the film.
Motherfucker said tutelage.
Duarte's game is predicated off of a constant high guard. He uses a combination of pre-slips and level changes to inch his way into range and set up his offense, where he'll explode into vicious combinations.
Oh, nice left hook.
The level change itself is pivotal to his game and is often where Duarte will begin his offense. Off of it, Duarte will most often throw a 2 to the body or head or a leaping 3. In doing this, though, he forgets defensive responsibility, leaving his head in the A slot. In previous fights, he's been countered in these positions, especially with the lead hook, which is especially relevant when going against one of the better counter lead hooks in boxing.
Let me just say, hold on. Yeah. So the fact that on a lot of those highlights, a lot of those clips, neither hand was up, that's a whole problem. But what I wanted to ask you though, just on that part, was did you ever notice Ryan Garcia mirroring the level change?
I didn't notice a lot of level changes from the dudes he was fighting, but it's been a minute, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You don't remember. Oh my God. All right. I hear you though. I mean, perhaps it could be an issue though if he hasn't learned to deal with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. I mean, he is training with a trainer that says he don't watch film. So I don't know. It could be an issue. You know, trying to counter with that left hook, but not getting used to the level change and not getting the timing of the level change, or when Duarte wants to attack off of it.
Yeah. So I did mention. I mean, I'll bring it up a little bit later, but
all right. We'll just go.
A variety of technical footwork flaws may run Duarte into issues in this fight, mostly a tendency to find himself with his feet squared. This stems from a variety of problems. Firstly, Duarte will occasionally fall victim to a momentum-based forward shift when throwing his backhand. He will also abandon boxing fundamentals and crosswalk in his stance while in pursuit or after a disengagement. Additionally, he tends to advance back foot first while pressuring, leading to his feet often being gathered. As a result of all this, Duarte struggles mightily against lateral movement Due to constantly finding himself with his feet gathered or squared, opponents who combine lateral movement and angles with consistent jab are able to freeze his feet and stifle his pressure effectively. As previously stated,
So Shakur would fuck him up based off that logic.
Yeah.
Like Shakur is just a lateral movement king now.
Based off his last fight.
You know what? It wasn't even a lateral movement that he did a whole shit ton of. It was some big ass.
Disengagement.
Yeah, it was them big ass reverse shuffles he was doing. But what I want to ask off that though is there any film of Ryan Garcia attacking those vulnerable positions?
No.
Yeah. So again, and do we think Derek James is going to teach Ryan Garcia lateral movement?
Hell no.
That was a rhetorical question. All right. So that shit. All right. Let me ask you then. What was your point in the video?
I kind of, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, look, it was the first time, bro. I kind of had
running short.
I had the idea I was supposed to like talk about everything this motherfucker does wrong.
He was running short on shit. I know that from experience.
Yeah.
This motherfucker.
You're trying to justify it, man. Just cut straight to it, man. When I heard lateral movement and disengagement, I'm like, are we watching a Ryan Garcia film?
All right, yeah. Cut to the chase, bro. If it ain't there, if it ain't gonna matter in the fight, then don't put that shit in the film study.
That's what I'm saying. Like when I saw that,
the abandoned.
I thought you knew some shit. I thought you knew some shit we didn't know, Jacob. If you were bringing up lateral movement and shit.
Even the fact that Duarte, has all those questionable issues with his footwork. I mean, if you don't see Ryan Garcia attacking them issues, or at least, using some type of lateral trap or a disengagement trap, period, then that shit don't matter. That shit don't matter at all.
That's why I brought up Shakur, because I'm like, if this would have Shakur Duarte, then that point would have made perfect sense, or even Tank, people who actually utilize lateral movement, or shit, even Devin, whoever. But
we could have did this behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you got to get dragged.
Hell no, bro.
Let's get it.
Pressure effectively. As previously stated, Duarte abandons defensive responsibility when he opens up with offense. Uppercuts and hooks from too far out with his head on the line have left him susceptible to counters. On top of these problems, dominant defensive system, the inactive high guard, often falls prey to speedy punchers, which of course is a premier characteristic of Ryan Garcia.
That's an issue. He got 2 strikes. Yeah, he better shit utilize the fuck out them level changes, bro.
Far from perfect himself, Ryan Garcia commits a myriad of footwork sins, though most can fall under the category of weight distribution, namely being heavy on the front foot and within punching range in a number of situations. From advancing rear foot first, cross-stepping while circling, cross-stepping while jabbing strong side.
God damn.
Yeah, that was terrible.
It's bad.
You know what though?
What's up?
Stepping while jabbing strong side.
So I noticed this while watching while studying for the Wilder fight, right? And now I see why these motherfuckers do this shit. Cause all of them are jabbing flat-footed. Watch this shit.
Cross-stepping while circling.
I mean, I pause it in the right time. Watch.
Cross-stepping while jabbing strong side.
I pause it at the right time. Like, bro, he's jabbing to a flat foot.
They're not on the ball.
I mean, think about that. Shit, stand up and do it if you got to. That shit damn near forces you forces you to do something with your back leg to get your balance back. Like the cross step is almost damn near inevitable after you jab flat-footed like this. But watch, Ryan's gonna do it a bunch of times. See? You saw it?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let me play this shit slower and turn off the volume. Watch. Flat-footed. Flat-footed. Can't see the foot there, but couldn't see it there. But still, that's what I'm saying. Like it seems like that's the major issue in pro boxing. You're jabbing to a flat foot. But let's keep going.
To even cross-stepping while throwing his signature lead hook.
Well, on the hook, he stays on the ball. No, actually, he just did it flat-footed there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fuck.
Though seldom taking advantage
Oh
of,
my God.
Ryan has been given issues by opponents who have incidentally timed these vulnerable positions. Defensively, Ryan leaves much to be desired. He showcases some understanding of distance management, playing reverse shuffles and a long guard to avoid offense and discourages opponents from entering their preferred range. Although at times, Ryan will opt to utilize the long guard purely to control the head and not to occupy punch lanes, still leave him vulnerable to attack.
Just stood there. What the fuck was the point of the long guard then, man?
When they're able to enter range is when Ryan's defensive flaws are front and center. Ryan will go back in straight lines where he can be followed out with offense or eventually run out of ring and end up on the ropes.
Yeah, that's the part where Duarte could have some success for sure.
Head movement in general is absent from his game, so his opponent can be nearly assured
Oh,
that his
pause
head
that
will
right there.
remain in the A slot present for counter fire.
Ryan Garcia working on the inside.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say that shit.
All right, let's peep it.
Head movement in general is absent from his game.
Shit's
so his
ass,
opponent
bro. He
can
could
be
have got
assured
knocked
that
out
his head
right
will remain
there.
Yeah, he definitely got his jaw checked for just keeping his head on the line. So what it looks like is he just flails his arms fast on the inside.
Basically,
we finally caught Ryan Garcia working on the inside.
we see why he doesn't do that shit too often.
No frame. His head is on the line. Chin is out. It's just like how to get knocked out one-on-one on the inside, bro.
Yeah, it's just a 50-50 exchange. Yeah. Hold on. There we go.
in the A slot present for counter fire.
Yeah, that head ain't going nowhere.
Should pressure prove too
That
relentless,
didn't do
Orion
shit.
finds himself out of real estate and against the ropes. He will often default into an inactive high guard. However, Ryan
Oh my
may also
God,
turn his
bro.
body away from his opponents in such positions. Though a basic human instinct, this is trained out of most boxers after
Jacob,
Bro,
you
I
an
don't know.
asshole
I don't
for
know what y'all talking about, bro. This is a regular shoulder roll.
I'm sorry, bro. Ain't no dude can call another man fighting scared when you get in this position as a professional boxer.
Nah, that shit is crazy.
Shit. All right, let's play it again.
pressure proved too relentless, Orion finds himself out of real estate and against the ropes. He will often default into an inactive high guard. However, Ryan may also turn his body away from his opponents in such positions. Though a basic human instinct, this is trained out of most boxers after their first sparring session.
Oh
At
my
any level
God,
beyond
bro.
that, it is one of the worst positions to be in. Ryan and his op will assume T positioning on the inside, with Ryan forming the base or stem of the T. From here, his opponent has unfettered access to their full punch arsenal, with Ryan being defenseless except to attempt to clinch. Should he find himself frequently in this position against Duarte, Ryan will find his opponent having much more options and physicality at that range, and the chances of an upset increase dramatically.
Solid point.
Against the high guard, Ryan utilizes controls such as pins and posts to occupy the vision and shields of his opponent and then whipping shots around and through them. He also turns the control into a frame to angle out and reset distance.
Good little control
Generally, in a
move.
50-50 engagement, Ryan should enjoy the advantage of his blistering hand speed, and as mentioned earlier, is no stranger to using it to blitz the openings in a high guard. Though generally Ryan's inside fighting ability is a clear weakness in his game, in the clinch, the Ryan's few offensive setups is placing a frame across the neck to create space for the backhand.
Bro, his straight right hand ain't shit, man.
Although Ryan has incorporated a high guard trap in the past, where he flashes the high guard to bait, it's very likely Derrick James will have him fight out of the high guard the majority of the time like the rest of his stable. So that trap becomes more of a style that still features catch, slip, or block and shoot as options. For his many technical shortcomings, Ryan Garcia still possesses one of the most dangerous counter lead hooks in boxing. Duarte stands to cause Ryan issues if he can close distance effectively, catch Ryan with his head on the line, or force Ryan onto the ropes, where he will put himself into disadvantageous positioning. Boasting an 80% knockout ratio and assuming his power carries the 140, Duarte may be able to land something that closes the show. However, every single time Duarte attempts to break distance or finds himself in a 50-50 is a moment where his high guard and lack of defensive responsibility could mean a counter that sends him to hell, especially if Ryan is able to pick up on and time Duarte's level changes. If Derrick James can get Ryan to utilize his jab more consistently, he can also keep Duarte frozen enough to effectively shut down most of his offense and win a decision. Let me know who you got in the comments section. Thanks for watching.
Long ass conclusion, bro.
Nah, you know, it was a good explanation though, I feel. Bro, so in a fight in general, man, what it makes me think is, well, first of all, if Duarte can close distance, he better not do it with a backhand. All he would really have to do is close distance with them hooks that he throws instead of that backhand. You know what I'm saying? Them lead hand hooks he throws. That way he can keep his backhand, you know, on his face. You know what I'm saying? But he had to have the discipline to do that. Like, I don't know, you know, their film study habits. I don't know, you know, if they even watch film like, you know, like motherfuckers be claiming. But yeah, if he holds the phone with his backhand and just closes distance with the lead hand after that level change, like he's known to do, bro, he could go to work on the inside after he gets there. You know what I'm saying? But bro, if he tries to lunge with that backhand,
I'll get knocked the fuck out.
it's gonna be lights out. It's gonna be lights out for sure. Or if he tries to throw that lead hand hook and drops his backhand. Matter of fact, let me go back to that part to see if he was dropping his backhand.
So Jacob, what percentage do you have this fight anyway?
I got this shit about 70-30, Ryan.
Okay.
70-30 shit.
You got a little closer, James?
Nah. I really ain't even thought about it like that.
You even? That's why I asked you.
Lead hand was high or backhand was high that time. He led with the backhand that time. That shit?
Yeah,
Get him knocked out.
That two to the body.
Okay, all right, bro. He keeps his backhand high, but I don't know how solid it is because it just got moved out the way by a little jab. Watch this shit. Nah, bro, it's not in the right spot either. Because he really gets hit with a hook here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this motherfucker getting knocked out, bro.
What are you talking about, James? This is a tough test. Duarte's game, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what I was saying, bro. People before I watched the film, people were talking about, man, they really setting Ryan up. But as I was watching film, I'm like, bro, this dude is like, if they found the most left hook hittable dude they could find, it's this dude.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you bring someone up from a weight class and say you're setting him up if he's never even been in a championship level fight? Like, I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, buddy ain't never been 12. Let me
Or
see.
40.
Look, so he's got a shot if he can keep that backhand up, man. I mean, I see he's trying, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not really moving nowhere, but I don't know, man. Ryan's accurate as fuck with that hook.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, no. Yeah, any of this shit, bro. Don't lead with that backhand. Cause definitely that hook gonna land before you even get a chance to to come close to landing that backhand. Just like this, I think he beats him to the punch. Bang. Yep, yeah, he beats him to the punch. And it was the same type of 4. Yeah.
We want to put this dude on a poster, bro.
Fam, unless they got a hell of a game plan and they really study film, if he fights his normal fight, yeah, he's getting put on a meme. Sure.
Ryan's back. Ryan's back.
Right, facts. He's gonna be part of the legend of Ryan Garcia.
Ryan's gonna call out Tio, the winner of Devin Prograis, all them dudes.
Right, off a Duarte win that ain't even at 140.
Better yet, this motherfucker's gonna call out Tank. That's who he's gonna call out. Like, let's run it back, Tank. At 40.
This dude has had like 4 fights at 140 and only fought one. Only one time he's actually fought. He's had 4 fights above 35, and only one time he's actually fought at 140.
Who was it?
Ryan. It was
3.
it was
to go Fortuna and Tank.
No, Fortuna was actually at 140.
Well, all right. So that don't really matter. As long as it's past 135, it's at 140.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the only time it was some type of exception was the so-called catch weight against Tank. You know what I'm saying? But still, if it's past 135, it's 140. You don't have to weigh in at 140. You know what I mean? Word. So, but who is when did he fight a 140 pounder?
Never, not once.
Never.
Right. So he still ain't even did that, right?
No. And this fight won't be no different.
Yeah. Man, that shit. Why the fuck am I even doing this live? Anyway. Man, this is strictly for y'all, bro. I'm gonna come on here and break down this fight tomorrow for the people that want to hear me. That's it, man. Because I'm barely interested.
Because literally, like, the thing about this fight is it doesn't tell you anything.
Nope, not at all.
Nah.
This shit is still a 12-round fight. So are they still making this shit like an eliminator, even though it's above 140?
It has to be.
How though?
I mean,
what you mean it's above? Hold on. What you mean it's above 140?
Bro, this shit is at a catch weight.
What?
It's at a 143-pound catch weight, dog.
What? Why?
Ryan couldn't make the weight.
Bro,
I
I thought that would eliminate it from being a title eliminator.
Nah, you lying.
It's still scheduled for 12 rounds though.
How did I not hear about this before this fight when this fight got made?
It didn't. I don't think anybody knew until today because the weigh-ins was today.
Yeah, Mike check. What's good with you, bro? Hey, what Mike check, you might know. Wouldn't that eliminate it from being an eliminator? I mean, how was that still? It couldn't be a title eliminator. But anyway, Ryan Garcia don't need title eliminators. He's clearly like if you combine Tio and Ryan, that bitch gonna sell.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's a fact.
So this is a war.
Look, and it's not like he actually goes to capture titles. So
this is a welterweight fight.
Yeah, it's a welterweight fight, basically. Wow.
Shit,
Against a guy that
been a lightweight.
fights at 135.
Man, this some bullshit, bro.
This really doesn't like this legit tells me nothing.
All
Like this
right,
is
we know what type of live stream it's gonna be tomorrow.
Yeah.
a short one.
A short one full of laughter.
Yeah.
What the chat talking about? It's basically a tune-up. That's man. The way they describing it, it sound like it.
I mean, a tune-up for what though, man? This ain't even a tune-up for 140.
Jessica was good. Yeah, nobody. Yeah, this shit's pretty trash.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Is Ryan gonna move to welterweight? Hell no. He just
Wait.
gonna bullshit as long as he can.
But my thing is, he was talking about how they trying to set him up. How are you getting set up if you fighting at 140 plus and the opponent you fought at has never been above 35? That sounds like that motherfucker's getting set up, if anything.
This is some
Yeah.
bullshit, dog.
Bozy Ennis said in a recent interview that Ryan is actually a bigger puncher than Teofimo, maybe with the left hand, but not with nothing else. And the left hook specifically.
Facts, bro. Like,
Not,
I mean,
not with a left uppercut, not with a jab,
or straight right.
not with anything with the right hand.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, I understand this is the Ryan pre-fight shit, but Sam, do you want to just skip to the real film study and go to next week?
Nah, we gonna do that shit next week.
Nah, I feel you.
Fuck it. Oh, I mean, if I got time to do it on Friday, which I probably will. But yeah, man, this is I mean, knowing all the rest of that information, this shit is disappointing.
Yeah.
It's not even
Champion, the actual 140 fight in 140 eliminator, whatever you want to call it, got removed. So, and Floyd Schofield is, I don't understand how he's even allowed to keep his ranking fighting this. The dude he's facing, at least according to BoxRec, isn't even ranked in the top 100.
Is he at least a 35-pounder this time?
That's a great question. Because I mean, I saw him ranked at lightweight, but he was like ranked number 400 or some shit. So
yeah. Similar to all Davis fights, they don't mean nothing, no titles involved, just a prize fighter.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, I don't fully agree, but I don't disagree either. These dudes turning out to be exhibition fighters for real.
That's a fact.
Tank, and I'm hearing right, Tank didn't want the WBA belt.
I mean, that's what he said on social
I mean, he's still
media.
gonna take that shit. I don't believe in it.
But I'm saying he'll be obligated to do it for mandatories.
Yeah, but I mean,
he wouldn't be able to pick and choose.
Yeah, but I mean, technically, quote unquote, like we say that, but look at Canelo.
Yeah. Josh says Ryan's inside game is completely untested. He's never fought a true Mexican style fighter. This could be a 50-50. Bro, it's not a 50-50 because you got to get there. You got to get to the inside. And if you don't have the tools that will make that transition safely, then bro, it definitely ain't no 50-50.
Bruh.
I didn't see, bro. All right, Jacob, did you notice a good jab from Duarte?
Wasn't nothing special. In fact, he didn't really use it too much.
Right. So he didn't even use it to close distance.
It was mainly level change, pre-slips, and then exploding in the range.
Yeah. So like a yeah.
Or that lead to get in the range, load up his hips for that 3.
Right. Where we saw him reach.
Yeah.
Jacob, to answer your question, no, this dude is coming from 130.
Of course.
Who is?
The dude that Schofield's fighting.
Dude, this guy got not again, and he recently got knocked out this year by Mark Castro, who's a fucking prospect at 130.
What? Boxer saying
Floyd Schofield got a baby belt?
Does he?
No way.
Then how the fuck is he fighting somebody 17-7?
Yeah.
They're moving this dude soft as Charmin, bro. Soft as tissue paper, bro.
He has the mandatory belt now. Wow. How? But yeah, that's wild,
Wait,
man.
what?
That means he should be fighting contenders.
And what sanctioning body? I'm assuming that
WBA.
yeah, right? Yeah, okay, so huh?
I mean,
So he basically has what Tank used to have?
no, he doesn't have the regular belt, but
Oh, there's a baby belt below that one. Got it.
God,
I
what
don't
he
even
got
know.
a WBA silver or some shit?
I don't even know. I didn't even know he had a belt. I never seen him.
How do you get any type of belt, bro? It's
I
crazy.
mean, he's ranked under Cruz, Zepeda, Frank Martin, and De Los Santos.
How? How they paid for that shit? That's what that is.
So
There's no other explanation.
Boy,
Like,
gonna
wait,
stop
wait.
Canelo. Who in the world are you talking to, Mr. Sharp?
stop crying if you don't want it.
I think he's talking to somebody in the chat. WBA regular champ fights Mandos, while the super champ can pursue unifications and high-profile fights. Yeah, that's a fact. But
They're phasing out the regular though.
bro, is he the regular or not?
Who?
Floyd.
Nah, he ain't shit. He don't got no regular belt.
So he's got a baby belt.
I guess because there's no interims don't exist no more in the WBA. So
I thought they were phasing out the regular too. Anyway, so
well, not yet, but as of right now, they still exist. But I don't know what belt Floyd Schofield even.
Oh, he's talking about Tank. Oh, I got it.
Oh, yeah, no, Tank.
Oh no, intercontinental belt.
Intercontinental.
Yeah, that's a baby.
That's one of those toddler belts.
That's one of those McDonald's belts right there, man. So
The Happy Meal belt.
exactly.
Get out the box.
But
here's a believer in Duarte.
Nah, you're right though. Schofield is ranked above Lomachenko, above Cobra, above Valenzuela, Abdulayev, Gutierrez, Cully.
Canelo was right about Andrade. He's a horrible fighter. I disagree.
I think Tony be trolling.
It doesn't make no sense, bro.
But
And why would we give Benavidez any credit?
That shit was competitive until,
Tex Rock, what up, bro? Better not be paying sanctioning fees for that WWE belt. Bro, they probably do. They probably do.
I mean,
they pay the fees to be in the rankings, don't they?
I don't. Probably.
I'm not sure about that.
I don't know how he's ranked. I really don't know how he's ranked this high. He hasn't fought a single contender.
Again, they have to be paying for that shit, bro. There's no other way to explain it.
Issy was good, bro.
Bro, but speaking of
open this shit up, Body Shot, what up, bro?
What's good, Al?
Yeah, speaking of 140, man, Hitchens got a huge bump in his rankings. He's
Really?
He's the number one contender under the IBF.
Okay.
He's number 3 in the WBO, and he's number 2 in the WBC. So,
hey Tony, come explain to us why he's horrible. We ain't gonna attack. I just want to hear it.
Who's horrible?
Android.
Oh, a horrible fighter, right?
Hey, Raymond Ford about to get his title shot, yo.
WCS, appreciate you, bro.
nah, for sure, man. I'm looking forward to Raymond Ford.
Yeah.
He's facing, from what I see, a game opponent.
Yeah.
No fees to be in the rankings. Yeah,
I
I didn't
look
think
at
so.
him, Joy.
Nah, I just know he's but I've seen a few credible YouTube content creators like swear by him that he's a good fighter. So I'm gonna look into him soon.
Who?
Okay.
Huh?
Who?
Oderbek Kolmatov, the dude that Raymond Ford is fighting for the title.
The YouTube content creator said he's good.
Oh,
think
you talking
we-
about Jed?
You think
Or are you
we can
talking
get away
about?
with? Think we can get away with seeing some highlights?
I don't know.
Wait, I wouldn't even know how to start to spell this name.
Hold on, I got you.
Odebek.
OTAB.
OT. Oh shit.
OTABEK.
Oh, you know that shit popped up right away. Ain't nothing else spelled like that.
Hopefully, it's some obscure like European shit.
Yeah, it is.
Let's go.
He's tall as shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
They're fighting. You said they're fighting for a belt
Yeah.
Yeah, for Leigh Wood's belt because he vacated and moved up
to 135.
130.
130.
Oh, Leigh Wood.
Actually, 126. My bad, 126.
Yeah. You're right. You're
No,
right.
I'm saying Leigh Wood moved up to 130. Oh, okay. I thought. Never mind.
Yeah, he moved up to 130.
Okay.
All right, got a slight little step back game, and obviously he pumps the jab.
Damn. Yeah.
Boing.
You saw that lead hand flail up like that?
Yeah.
Or actually, nah, I just stayed posted on his chest.
He's got that bow and
Throwing
arrow
that
jab
uppercut.
going on.
That wasn't no jab. Shit. Oh, yeah, he does. So bow and arrow jab, he leaves his face exposed, throwing that bitch.
Don't got a lot of head movement either.
Big ass dude for that weight though. Pause.
A lot of jabs.
Oh, that's the guy you guys were saying was 6'1" at 126.
That's him?
Nah,
Is that him or-
that's dude fighting Robisi.
Oh, okay.
What the hell? This
Dude
dude is
puts his hands down
5'7".
like crazy, bro.
Oh, okay. I
He
can't
must
tell.
he must be fighting a midget.
Yeah.
You don't look 5'7", man.
I
You're not
mean,
against that guy.
I mean, it is 120, what, 6.
this dude is 17-7.
Who?
Are we still? What fight are we talking about, bro?
No, we're talking about Raymond Ford.
Raymond Ford. Bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I got the whole wrong idea.
Mm-hmm. Now this dude, but this guy, the Odebek kid, he's undefeated.
Yeah, he's 11-0, 10 KOs.
I agree with Ben G. He said he thought Ford lost to Vasquez.
Yeah, but since he's been with Coach Anthony, he's been a lot better.
Mm-hmm. And that fight was close too.
So does this guy possess any inside game?
I mean, you could tell he's trying to control distance for sure. But it might have been because he's fighting the short dude.
Yeah.
Mm.
Lead 2, but he got cracked for it.
Like I said, a little step back game. Obviously, a decent little jab for a southpaw. Slight step back game. Man, I don't like how he keeps his. He doesn't hold the phone on basically nothing.
Man, his hands is always at his chest.
I don't know, cause still he could cause some type.
Oh.
Wow.
The hands behind the back technique.
I'll break that down. Break that down.
Shit, so what he's doing is he's hypnotizing his opponent. Let me stop.
So if it's but here's the thing: if Floyd, let's say Floyd Schofield closes distance, this dude shells up into an inactive high guard. So that's my thing.
All right.
You said Schofield?
I keep saying Floyd. I meant Ford.
Oh, okay. Ford. Okay.
I noticed in the film, Ryan doesn't really set up his punches. He doesn't have an educated jab. He just expects his hand speed and power to bail him out of using proper boxing technique. I can't disagree.
Let's just write a whole list of all the
We'll
mistakes.
see what. I mean, obviously, Derek James is going to try to fix that if Derek James is really training him and it's not some bullshit like it was with Joe Goosen.
This dude is so full of shit, bro.
Training in his garage.
Yeah.
with his brother in the corner.
When I heard that shit about like, oh man, Ryan Garcia, you train on his time and shit, I'm like, this dude is never gonna be a world champion.
Nah, bro.
Hey, if Rolly become champion, then Ryan could become champion.
He might got a point there, body shot.
I mean, my thing is, he'd have to go for the WBA at this point because any other title, I don't think he has a chance.
Let's see him versus Matias.
Yeah, y'all
Oh,
really
please.
think Devin moving to 147 and fighting Boots?
I feel like all these
bro.
140 pounders got on some whole clout chasing, like
Hey, bro, don't
135ers.
fall for the bullshit, bro.
They've been all like talking crazy in the interviews. Ryan, T.O., Devin, Regis, like, all these dudes are talking crazy. Don't listen to them.
My thing is, Devin's talking about I'll move up, but move up to 47 and fight who?
He's just talking, dog.
He's talking about they're trying to get the fight with Keith Thurman. I guess they think Barrios had some success and they could edge it out, you know.
Okay, cool. But what does that matter? Keith Thurman's not a champion. So what does that do? I mean, is that a money fight?
No.
I think so. I mean, Keith Thurman is supposed to be I don't know, maybe it's a good starting fight at 147. A good
Who? Wait, for who?
Devin Haney?
I'm saying, like,
bruh.
if based on the success Barrios had with him, that's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing they liked how he had success with Thurman, so they think they could do better.
How in the world are we talking about Devin Haney at 147?
Cause see, that's what they're trying to do is make us talk about this bullshit. So let's move to the next subject.
What I'm saying, like, does he survive 140?
Right.
Yeah, man.
He hasn't fought there once.
Because if let's say if they're serious, then that screams Adrian Broner all over again, man.
I never thought of that.
I mean, the reason why I bring that up is everybody knows AB was a super talented fighter, but he moved up weight classes too fast.
He did.
So
got his ass beat by Maidana.
I think that might have been discipline issues, but
I mean, considering he went from 130, 35, and then he moved up 2 weight classes to fight Paulie at 47 and shit. I mean,
yeah, thought he was a bad man. I mean,
mean,
barely beat Paulie.
Barely. But
damn near got outworked in that fight, but nah, I think he pulled it off. But shit, came up against Maidana.
Well, we also have that one.
You don't train Ryan Garcia, you collaborate with him.
Man.
Man. But bro, the next time Keith Thurman will more than likely be in the ring, he's going to be off of 2 years of inactivity, and he's going to be fighting Stanionis. So.
What's he got, like 2 fights in 6 years?
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, Chief Wildfire, I do respect the difference, obviously. You know, Haney moving up to fight pro grade day one. And, you know, obviously T.O. had a softer touch, but T.O. was coming off a loss. So, I mean, that's probably why.
I mean, a lot of people would say so is Haney.
True. But literally, he's not.
No, I know. I'm just...
But the CompuBox stats.
Oh man.
But I don't know, man. I don't know why Devin is just like, yeah, let's move up to 47. I don't think Devin is. I feel like I gotta see him knock someone out at 140.
Damn.
Bro, because like the thing is, we saw with Bud at 35. Bud had power, but that was probably the division where he was physically at his weakest because he was so drained. And then at 40, and then as he went up to 40, he knocked out everybody not named Postal. And at 47, he stopped practically everyone. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be Devin, because Devin's literal punching technique is going to be a big factor as to why he doesn't stop dudes. But what I'm saying is, he could very well be physically stronger at 140. We don't know it yet.
I highly doubt it.
Well, yeah, he could be physically stronger for sure. I mean, the way he was, looking at them weigh-ins, he might be shit. But yeah, punch form is punch form, man.
That's
He never really was sitting down on them power punches like that, and unless he was going to the body.
That's facts.
I mean, I don't really think Dev is really too physical of a guy in general. I mean, I remember Jojo Diaz about to throw his ass out the ring. Like, you don't let a little man like that throw you out the ring. He
I
doesn't
mean,
use any physicality at all.
now physically stronger and actually using it in a fight, two different things.
Well,
But then
he-
if you're
he's not
physically strong and don't use it, then what's the
Yeah, it ain't
advantage?
no, yeah,
that's
it
what I'm
ain't shit.
saying. He's not aggressive type of person. He's like he doesn't. Especially, it all comes back to the punch technique. Even if he does become strong, he punches the same. It's not going to do shit.
He
It's
got
not
some
going to
strong. He got some strong clinches though.
Hon-
I don't know, man, because it seems like
Honestly,
somebody want to.
honest to God, man, the more we just think about Devin Haney going up to 47, the more it sounded like clout.
I mean, it is, bro. You know
How
that.
is it, bro? How is it not?
Yeah,
You,
it's
you
just
haven't
like
had one fight at 140 yet.
you haven't had one fight at 140, and on top of that, due to the type of reputation that you build in the ring, that he's built in the ring, just him moving up multiple weight classes like that, it just does. Like I don't know what Crawford Canelo put in the air for people like I can just move weight classes like it's nothing.
But that's not what they did.
No, I get
So,
you, but what I'm talking about, like in terms of, I'm not talking about what they did, but I'm talking about what people want them to do. Like
oh
when
yeah, I hear you.
yeah, when they were talking about Canelo moving up to fight Usyk or Crawford currently moving up to fight
Oh my
Canelo,
god, bro.
that shit. Remember that crap?
Yeah, no. Even the cruiserweight, like, bro, I don't know who the fuck y'all think Canelo is, but I can tell you for a fact he ain't Superman.
That's why I thought Bivol was hilarious, man. He's just like, y'all really like the way you guys talk about this man. He can fight super heavyweights and shit. Like Bivol, I
Right,
thought that was funny.
right.
Remember before?
Oh yeah, and them pre-fight joints. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
man.
was pretty entertaining on them shits because they was asking him all types of dumbass questions. Well, but what do you think about Canelo sparring heavyweights? Fuck out
It's
of here,
it's
bro.
because of fucking Bernard. They asked B Hop that this is before the Bivol fight. He was saying, "Oh, he knocks out Bivol." He said he completely beats him up. Better be
Yeah,
if
I
oh he
remember that shit.
beats him easy. Who beats Canelo? He said, uh, Usyk, Tyson Fury. He said you're gonna need to get a heavyweight to beat Canelo. I was like,
Wow.
Nah,
Yeah.
the thing that killed me about that was that after Canelo had knocked out Plant, Bernard Hopkins was at the fight, and he was like, "You want to see Canelo fight at 75?" He said, "No." And they're like, "Why not?" I said, "Cause there's no point. those those guys are no match for Canelo and shit. It's already
That's
written."
what Bernard was. Yeah, bro. I don't know. Bernard be terrible with the picks, man.
man,
He consistently terrible, fam, and will explain it too. Explain how, like, how they gonna win the fight and be fucking dead wrong, bro.
Bro,
From such a brilliant boxing mind, it's weird as fuck. Like I'm just trying to bullshit y'all, and it's gonna impress you because it's gonna sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I
I
ain't
know
study. I ain't study none of this shit.
some of these
I don't
some
know
of these
who the
dudes.
I
I
don't
remember
know who the
listening
fuck
to
Bibble is. I don't know who the fuck Better Be is, but
Right,
I know who Canelo is. So
right,
more than likely, he's just gonna stop him.
right.
And the
Nah,
way
but
he was,
go ahead.
the way he was talking about it, it was so dramatic. And he was like, "You ever seen a freight train hit a like?"
Oh yeah. No, no specifics, right?
Mhm.
there's
He gonna
certain
do this,
people.
this, and that. Nah. You ever seen a puppy get ran over on the highway?
Oh my god.
Shit, bro.
Bro, like I don't like you really would have thought. The thing that blew me away is I'm looking at Canelo's the amount of wins he has versus the amount of knockouts. And I'm asking myself, yo, when did Canelo become this one punch knockout artist that people are swearing he is now? Type shit. Like,
He knocked out Amir Khan in one punch, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, it was. So who was it? Kirkland, Khan.
Oh man, Khan is not on his the same weight, so
I'm pretty
Kane
sure those are the guys he knocked out at 160.
But Khan is not a 160 pounder, so I mean, I was
No,
trolling with that, but
Nah, what was
no. I'm literally talking about Canelo's middleweight run of like how
nah,
many
Kirkler
knockouts he
was
had.
154, was he not?
I think
Yeah.
he was 54. So at 160, who did Canelo knock out other than Khan?
No one.
And that was at Canelo weight, right?
That was 155. But
Shit, one
160.
punch knockout. I mean, maybe man, you can't even really say what was Buddy's name.
Fielding.
Nah, that he fought in
Oh,
the Miami Stadium.
Yildirim. I remember I was there for that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. That wasn't no one punch, but it was damn near close to it.
I mean, cool, I guess, but
Yeah.
like at the championship level, I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna say like Canelo hits hard. I'm
No,
not.
that's
I'm not
facts.
gonna. Yeah, like he can crack. No, there's no doubt about that. But 60 wins and what 38 knockouts? Like,
You know what? You can kind of say Kovalev was a one punch thing because it wasn't like it was just straight, like a whole bunch of accumulated damage.
I'd agree
it was
with
like
that.
two,
Yeah.
it was like 2 punches. I mean, for being
Nah, but that first John had him doing like the fucking.
yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
he was already out.
yeah, but that right hand closed the deal. So I was
I don't know,
I
man.
just made sure he wasn't gonna get up.
I think that was accumulation because I'm pretty sure I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure Canelo was targeting Kovalev's body, and Kovalev was never known to be be very he can't take body punches well.
What was you trying to say?
I couldn't figure it out.
ever since the first
Canelo
board
was a
fight.
knockout artist. A knockout artist is already a 70% knockout ratio. He's weak as fuck. Goddamn.
Yo, what the hell?
Yeah, we got a percentage for y'all. If y'all 69 or less,
Oh
well,
man, here we
bitch.
go. Put numbers
Yeah.
on random
Yeah.
numbers
Oh.
and shit. Boxing experts, here we come.
I mean, technically, shit.
I mean,
Trying
if
to
you're
think.
knocking out guys at the championship level,
Then I
like,
guess Teofimo Lopez is a bitch. Then
Oh damn.
yeah,
Tio got less than 70?
yeah, he got like 68 or some shit.
Oh. Tio could crack.
Apparently not. Josh
Ain't no
Taylor
announcement about him yet, right? He's still
Nah.
retired or whatever.
I don't know what this
Teofimo?
dude is except needing a mental health, bro. Like every interview this guy has, I gotta like really sit there and like study him like I'm watching film to understand a lick of what the fuck this dude was talking about.
who you talking about?
Teofimo Lopez, bro.
Oh, that's
I mean,
that's
I
the
know
same
he-
thing with a lot of fighters. Fucking Jamal. I didn't know if you're talking about Jamal, Tio, Ryan. Like, they're all fucking lunatics.
Nah, but like Teo swears,
Yeah, what were you talking about with Tio? You were mentioning that in the chat. What?
bro, because the shit he don't know how to formulate his thoughts. You don't even like. There's just some people that really. There's some people that are just charismatic and know how to talk. Like you give them a mic and shit, and there's other people that like desperately need a media person to like to write this shit. And Teal's one of them. Oh my
Yeah,
lord.
my man. Remember my man? You sent me the video. He was talking about he do it for the kids in the sky or some shit.
What
Like,
the?
bro?
Yeah, he was
Bro,
talking about that was his
I
retirement
remember
day.
that. I remember
what
that.
the fuck, bro?
He was
Bro.
on he was on an MMA fighters podcast, Rampage Jackson, and you know they don't know shit about boxing. Boy, the lies he was telling them about I'm the greatest in there. I'm all time great. I'm first 2-time undisputed of this.
Oh, he swears by that 2-time undisputed shit.
Oh, and there was like, wow, really? Like, you a legend? Like,
Bro, what killed me was that they asked him, what does undisputed mean? And I'm like, funny, Tia, what does that mean? Because your shit has always been in question. People to this day are wondering how the fuck
Right.
you undisputed.
Yeah, I mean,
I get where he's coming from.
Again, if you look at it, I just talked about this shit on Patreon, bro. If you look at it in the brightest light possible that you can make for Tio, then
He has a point.
Then he
Right.
has a point. But
Yeah.
but that's the brightest light possible, and it's not technically true.
Exactly. Like, I get where he's coming from because Josh Taylor technically didn't lose, and he didn't lose his belts in the ring until was the first to beat him. So did he beat the undisputed champion. Correct. But were all the belts on the line? No. Lomachenko, also again, wasn't his fault. Loma, the franchise bullshit, didn't lose it in the ring. Tio beat him. Should he have been undisputed? He should. But he wasn't. So he should be 2-time undisputed. I'm not denying that. But he's
Well,
not.
yeah, and then that also takes into account, Taylor Catterall, which, it's a
Yeah.
lot of disgruntled fans about that outcome.
I mean,
But yeah, it is what it is, man.
so if, let's just say like we take away the bullshit with the boxing politics, and Josh Taylor and Loma did actually have all the belts that they were supposed to. Where do you think Teal would be right now in boxing's rankings, even if he did lose to Cambosos?
Sorry, say it
It'd be
again.
like it'd be like so he would be like top 3, top 4.
Yeah, because he undisputed at lightweight, lost his belts, and then undisputed at super welterweight.
Yeah, but that Cambosos loss is a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah. Damn.
That's a good.
So
you're saying,
I mean, because normally if he'd have beat him and he'd have did all that, he'd have been number 1.
Yeah, he would be. He
and then
literally
maybe. So it'd have been hard for even Crawford to pass him at that number 1 spot.
so
I mean, bro,
because it was Lomachenko.
You're saying 3-time
You know what
undisputed,
I mean? And Taylor.
2-time.
2-time,
Bro.
and then unified at welterweight, or just 2-time?
No. So we're saying the same thing he already did.
Follow us into this incredible hypothetical.
Yeah,
I think I heard what you said. So he beat Cambosos. He really
no,
won
lost to Cambo. No, everything he did, everything that's currently gone, except that Loma and Josh Taylor had all of their belts.
Okay, man. I can't put him at number 1. That, like you guys said, it's gonna be hard to look past that Cambosos.
No, if he beat Cambosos, then yeah. But if he lost to Cambosos, then. But here's the thing, though. Let's say he beat Cambosos and shit. Teofimo would be 2-time undisputed in just 20 fights.
Facts.
Like,
yeah, but again, like,
I mean, there's no really again about that. That's some legendary shit right there. If that was the case,
it is. I mean, but what I was gonna say is like it's. I've just statistically, how many fucking undisputed fights have we had like just these past 2 years? It's been getting
like
easier.
9 or 10.
Yeah, are you saying
Easier
it's
and easier.
it's getting watered down?
Let's look at just look at the stats. It's every year we're getting more and more undisputed fights. So I'm not taking the credit away. I'm just saying it's easier to get it than it was before. And Teofimo's doing that whole spill about because of me, I'm the one who started the whole trend. No, you didn't. Crawford did. Fucking Josh Taylor was undisputed before you. So like,
so wait a minute. So
technically he wasn't.
Technically,
it's
the run up, bro.
But anyway,
it's the run up. That's the issue.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? It's the run up to undisputed. So at 135, who did he go through? Comey,
Nakatani.
And but Nakatani. All right. So did he win a vacant belt from somebody?
No. He won only championship titles. He only beat champions.
So Loma had 3 belts.
Yeah. Well, kinda. He had the ring, WBA, and WBO.
He got the joint from Comey, and then he beat Loma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, it's the run up, bro. Like, so
he beat champions.
How many top contenders did Teofimo face? You know what I'm saying? I mean, was Nakatani considered a top contender at the time?
Yeah, he was. He was ranked number 1 or 2 with Teo. That fight.
Is he a former champion?
Who,
Nakatani?
Who was
before Nakatani?
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was Tatley or Magdalena was one of those two. Tatley or Magdalena.
Was Comey champ when he lost to Teo, or was it a vacant?
Yeah, he was. No, Comey was champ.
He was champ. He was champ. At least he had to get 2 wins for that, though. But against, obviously, with Taylor, like Pedro Campo wasn't shit.
No, he wasn't.
Got Josh Taylor, and then that would have made him undisputed. Like,
well, no, he also got Sandor Martin.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And Sandor Martin was ranked.
I forgot all about Sandor, bro.
Again, he would look pretty bad in that fight.
Another questionable fight. Yeah.
Like I said, if everything played out the same way. See, that's the thing with Teo, man. Like, it's like you would want to call him pound for pound really high, but then you would be like, you don't know with him. At the end of the crazy thing is, Teo could very well be two-time undisputed right now, and I still can't confidently say, "Oh, he beats the shit out of Tank Davis." I can't do that.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
Not with super confidence. Nah.
Nah, I
With the
can't.
Sandor fight
But
and the
look,
Kambosos fight, how those went? No.
yeah,
Shit.
I mean, just the way the check hook, I mean, was killing him against Sandor.
Right.
Fuck, bro.
The-
Tank got a much more powerful check hook, even as a, you know what I'm saying, at 140. Fuck it.
But is his
Now,
check hook gonna land the same? Because he's a lot
now,
shorter than
Gems.
Sandor.
What I will say is Tio has gone on record saying that the way he would fight Tank would be very different from the way he would fight Sandor. Because, in his words, the way to beat Tank is to fight second. Which, if that's the way he would
Sure.
fight Tank,
I agree. I actually agree,
Yeah,
but that would be Tank giving into that as well.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What if he doesn't?
Yeah. So in that case, that's going to be a boring ass
It's gonna be a
fight.
terrible
Man,
fucking
bro,
fight.
a stare contest for real.
Yeah.
I just think that Tank is a lot more patient than Tio. Like,
He is.
I mean,
I've seen
he's
Tio
shown
lose
it.
patience. I've never seen Tank lose patience really like that. He'll get mad, but he'll still be very well composed and stick by his guns.
The most patient Teofimo I ever saw was against Lomachenko.
He was really
That was,
patient against Josh Taylor too. He was just taking his time, having fun. Like,
I mean,
beating him up.
I think he started off patient, but then at one point he was like, "All right, I got this dude, so let me just do my thing." But
Yeah.
I feel like with Tio, when Tio fought Loma, I don't think Tio felt comfortable. Like I think Tio was fighting in a way that it was the best way to beat Lomachenko, but he had to stay disciplined to that strategy. Because I think if Tio would have fought Loma the way he fought Josh Taylor, that fight would have played out very differently.
Yeah, well, Loma's a swarmer, so you got to be on your P's and Q's every second. But Josh Taylor's a little more flat-footed, a little slower than Loma, so he
Like
kind of did whatever he wanted with him.
when Tio fought Josh Taylor, Tio resorted back to what he excels at, and that's counterpunching. So he was boxing Josh Taylor to an
Yeah,
extent.
but yeah, he couldn't help but still try to explode forward in combinations from time to time. So
He was comfortable.
is he going to be patient enough against somebody like Tank not to do that?
I mean,
I
I
don't
think
know.
it depends on his. If let's say he's having success and is beating Tank, I think he may.
Bro,
But
but we all know that's the most dangerous time.
exactly,
against Tank.
which is why even though maybe Tio could get to 12, but there's a chance that he can get knocked out during that with Tank, considering how patient and how low of an output Tank is.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Interesting fight though. I'd love to see it.
I would love to see it just to see the game plans of the fighters. Really.
Honestly, I'm really not excited for that fight because, I mean, the way I see it is it's gonna be if Teofimo wants to win, it's gonna be a very boring fight. But if Teofimo decides to try to do something, then Tank's gonna outpoint him, and then he's just gonna he's gonna lead and he's gonna just coast to a victory. That's how I see it. I don't see a reason why Tank would try to take his chances with Tio. He's dangerous, and if he's up on points, I don't see why Tank wouldn't try to
Badisha, I disagree with one point. I think if Teal tries to get impatient, I think he gets knocked out.
Okay, that's
Yeah, because once again
yeah.
that plays into him getting count. That's where Tank gets most of his knockouts, counter punches.
You're right
So
about that. And he's pretty unforgivable puncher too.
exactly.
Theo
So
drops both them damn hands.
yeah.
Oh, Tim Bradley in the chat. What's up, champ?
Uh-oh.
Oh, is he?
A
See,
lot of
he
weight
doesn't want to see it
by
neither.
both. Yeah, I hear you. What up?
I don't want to see that shit either.
I
It's either
mean,
a boring fight or
That's
Tank
a
by
good that's
knockout.
a good point too, Tim.
facts.
This inactivity been a motherfucker.
I didn't know Loma was out for a year. That was
He
interesting.
was.
Okay,
That was his longest layoff actually today. Same with Josh Taylor.
I still think. Look, I used to think Tio got over. He got him at the right time, right? But after all the film studies, I don't think Loma could have beat him even in his best day. Like Tio had the perfect game plan. He executed it. Like what was Loma? What would Loma have done different?
I mean, the only thing Loma could have done differently was start earlier. That was
Which could have got him in trouble.
exactly.
I mean,
it's still an intangible. But
yeah.
But at the very least, that was my thing with that. It's just that Loma took 7 fucking rounds before he.
Shit.
Yeah.
More like 8. More like, I mean, he started at the end of the 7th to sell
Mhm.
out, and then from, that point on, he sold out. But then that shit caught up to him in the 12th.
Yeah, in the 12th round, he was getting hit cleaner than he probably was comfortable with, which is why he was being that defensive. Not to mention he can't fight off the back foot.
Not
So
at all.
Hey, Tim, come on up if you want, bro.
That's interesting. I didn't know, but I remember Taylor it was longer than a year. And Loma though, like both of them.
Anybody else with a opinion? Y'all come on up too. It don't matter.
so James, after doing that film study a few days ago with Tio and Devin, do you still believe that's if Devin is successful against Regis, do you think that's the best fight at 140?
The best fight at 140?
In
Yeah.
what terms? Bro?
Nah, I'd rather see. Hell nah, I'd rather
You mean-
see the style clash between like Matias and
That's what I'm
Tio,
thinking,
or
man.
Matias and Devin. Yeah, I'd rather see that obviously opposing style clash.
Did you guys
Because
hear Hitchinson's whatever the fuck his last name?
Hitchens.
Hitchens,
What did you guys did y'all
It's a-
hear
it's
his
a-
take? Y'all hear his take on the he had an interesting take on the 140 pound. He was talking about Devin versus Regis. You guys didn't see that?
nah.
What'd he say?
What'd he say?
Well, no, he was talking about how Regis saying he's not as intelligent as like a Loma or a Jojo Diaz. He's like you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna come in. He's gonna try to hit you with the left hand, and he thinks Devin's gonna figure him out early. He just thinks he's gonna take it away from him. But he also said that he was thinking like he wants to challenge Matias for his belt. Do you guys think Hitchens has a chance at fighting him, or is that just
I
bullshit?
mean, that style matchup, yeah, actually.
No, I'm
That's
saying, does he actually have a chance? Like, not in the fight. I mean, like, would they actually fight? Or
well,
No.
believe it or not, Hitchens actually revealed this. The reason, so Hitchens was ranked in the IBF, and he could have had the opportunity to face Ergashev in an eliminator, but he turned it down. Now Hitchens came out recently and said the reason he turned it down was because him and Matias were actually potentially supposed to fight if Matias had signed to the zone, but that didn't come to play. So as a result, Hitchens that just didn't happen.
Damn.
So it was supposed to be Hitchens in the ring with Matias if he fought in the zone instead of Showtime.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
I slightly like again. I favor the pure boxer over Matias, like the really good ones, like a Hitchens or a fucking Haney. I favor it, but again, I got to see Haney fight at 140 first. So let me take that back. But that style, I think it's all bad for Matias. As long as somebody keeps jabbing him and turning him.
I mean, the fact that fight is a close stance for Hitchens, man, his jab is going to be on point that fight.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna miss. So that's my thing. So as long as he controls distance, which is what he does best, clinches, and Matias is. I think Hitchens could. It's just a matter of him staying disciplined, which he has proven that he will do it at all costs.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, this is the same for Haney.
I
You
mean,
guys- No, go
I
ahead.
feel like Devin. Actually, no. I think against that style matchup, Devin would do the same.
I mean, you're right. It's just a matter of Matias could close distance to stay there long enough to do some damage, or just stay there long enough to outwork either one. Which, man, that's pretty. That's gonna be a tough task, fam. That's
Tim
gonna be a
has
tough
a
task.
Tim has a point. He said Hitchens can't fight on the inside, and he has nothing to keep him off him.
Uh,
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen enough, but
He's got his legs. He's got his legs.
that's what
though.
That's what I was thinking. Like he mostly controls distance. Like he's not letting you get. But yeah, we can see.
Like the thing is with Hitchens, I think the way Hitchens would fight Matias would be very similar to the way he fought Zepeda, just from the orthodox stance, for where this dude he's gonna fight incredibly slow. The pace is gonna be the pace is gonna be so negative.
Hitchens also he basically said the same shit I kept screaming out last week. He said that he really felt Ergashev didn't stand a chance because he said he never seen him throw a jab before. He said he's too one-dimensional and he didn't have enough like skills to be able to keep a Matias off him. I don't know, just the way he talks, I feel like he has a good understanding of the boxing game rather than a lot of these fighters who just talk out their ass. Like he's pretty smart about his about what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, but without having something that could damage Matias, Hitchens, that's a slippery fucking slope, bruh.
Exactly.
That's a
Right.
very slippery slope, bro. Either you control distance, you get your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
You know what
Matias
I'm
is not
saying?
stopping.
So if
I
you
mean,
slip up, even if you slip up for a good majority of one round, that shit could be that damaging to where he could finish you off later on in the fight, for real.
you see, my thing is
Or that round.
because of Matias's footwork flaws, his lack of physicality and shit. I think for Hitchens, unless Matias sells out and goes better BF and just completely like attack, like just come straight at him and shit. I don't like. I think Hitchens is gonna stay disciplined.
I agree.
Yeah.
But my like, you see, for me, I feel like what would be a nightmare fight for Hitchens or Devin would be a Gary Antoine Russell.
Oh yeah, a good pressure fighter. Oh, he'll track him down. But
See,
Matias too sluggish. He's gonna. I don't know. No, go ahead.
no. I mean, no, you could finish. But all I was gonna say with Antoine, man, it's just I feel like he's too like Matias is to a degree one dimensional. He's good at what he does.
hmm
But Gary is a little different. is different in that regard, man.
But this goes back to what we were talking about last week. So I mean, everybody calls Matias a pressure fighter, so I understand he puts constant pressure on you. My definition of a pressure fighter has a little bit of has a little bit of more aggressiveness at cutting off the ring. I'd say he's always in your face, but he'll just plant his feet and just throw a million punches at you. A pressure fighter cuts off the ring with their head movement. They're trying to put you into the ropes constantly. Like they're really like that's how I see though. Gary Antoine, I feel like will really be able to put the pressure on somebody backing up like a Hitchens or a Devin Haney. Matias, you could just turn his ass all day as long as you don't get tired. And I've never seen Devin Haney get tired before, so yeah, that's an interesting.
I have.
I don't know, man. Again, we was talking about inactivity for Loma and Taylor, bro. Inactivity is a bitch, man. And Gary Antoine,
Facts.
bro, they just don't fight enough, man.
Oh, you're
I don't
right
know
about
why.
he does not fight a lot. You're right about
Dude, and he's not fighting a lot. Not to mention the competition that he's facing. What is it? I mean, he fought Postal and then he fought Barthélemy. I don't understand those like I don't understand the direction he went after beating a contender like Postal at this point. Like it feels like they haven't done shit with Gary Russell. So I hope he goes to a different network personally.
But you
Yeah.
know who I think would give him a lot of trouble? Antoine Russell.
Who?
Matias.
Yeah, Matias.
Literally, he's gonna be hard fight unless he
God,
gets
what a fight that would be.
But Gary could box too, though.
I know he could. That's what I was saying. So unless he gets on his back foot, but I know his nature.
Doesn't he
he's
like?
gonna
He
try
doesn't he like that inside though?
He does.
Oh, he does.
Bro, you got two fighters who both got 100% knockout ratios in that bitch, man.
I think we just figured out the most exciting fight at 140.
Yeah,
Absolutely. But yeah, we need to
please.
put that
Real.
motherfucker in
And
the ring
they
more.
in the same network and everything. Look at that.
Yeah, that's the thing, man.
Hey man, chat. Matias, Gary Antoine Russell. We need it.
We need it. Oh my lord.
Spread the news.
BBC
That's
fighters. Let's get this money.
I mean, honestly, Matias versus anybody, like that's shit. He's the most exciting fighter at 140. Let's be real. Like,
I
Well,
mean, that fight,
He
but
is, man.
Matias is only exciting depending on the opponent that he's facing, and that's the way I see it. You see, against Antoine Russell, that fight brings that caliber for where Matias can really employ all of his strengths. When
Y'all
Ergish
see this real quick.
that fight, Antoine was pulled from his father's. His brother told me he was injured. Oh, you got pulled from a fight?
Yeah. Go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, like let's be real here. You think Matias is gonna look exciting versus Hitchens or Haney? He's gonna look like
Possibly.
He's gonna look like
Maybe not. If they turn him all night and never like,
he's
like
gonna
they,
look like the weird ass leopard that's on his shorts. That's what he's gonna look like.
bro. He's just gonna be in a high guard, walking down, just eating jabs, resetting, and then doing that over and over again. Try to reach. He's gonna overreach, miss.
you know what? You're right, but that's why I don't consider him a pressure fighter because he's too slow. You put him in there with a good pressure fighter, like he's gonna chase after Devin or whatever. But Matias, I want to see. I feel like somebody could, with the right power, with the right boxing skills, could do Matias kind of like how Floyd did Corrales. If they just go up and down all night, keep using lateral movement. Huh?
How is
Was it up and down? Was that okay? My bad.
how is it Gary Antoine Russell isn't ranked in the IBF at all, man? So I mean, Matias could fight him, but he'd have to voluntarily choose to fight Russell, which I don't know why the fuck he would do that.
Hitchens isn't consistent in my opinion. He takes too many breaks. He languishes too much along the ropes. I mean, I agree that's what he did versus Pedraza.
Facts.
Yeah, he can't do that against Matias at all, man. Like
See,
honestly,
on the rope, you see, that's the thing. Hitchens, that shit he was doing against Cepeda on the ropes, that's the only place where I would feel that's the danger zone for him against. Like, he would have to, and like, it's not even a matter of, it's not his inside game is limited. Nah, he just sucks at fighting off the ropes.
Russell turned what down?
Matias? I think I heard that before.
Really?
Word?
I think I heard that.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute.
You're right. I remember that now.
I don't listen to all the narratives, so that I didn't.
He talked about some spiritual stuff as to why he turned down these fights and shit.
Hold up, what?
Was it around the time when his dad passed away?
I remember we talked about that shit.
Yeah, he said some weird ass philosophical shit.
Yeah, I do remember.
Was it around the time when his dad passed away, or because I know they took time off at that point, right?
When was this?
Years ago, his dad passed. This is recently he turned these fights down.
Why would you turn down a fight with fucking Matias? Man, that's some bullshit.
He explained it.
What was the reason?
I don't remember, bro. It was some weirdo stuff.
Bro, like I just can't understand knockout artist no name contender turning down a
Yeah, I forgot all about that shit.
like there's gotta be
that shit like a month or two ago.
A month or two ago? Are you...
Yeah, it was somewhere recent.
And you know what's fucked up too? Gary Antoine Russell's like damn near 30. He's like 28.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily a young prospect. Like this dude's he's getting up there in age.
Let me see how old this dude is actually.
He's like 27, 28. That's I don't know, man. He's never been champ yet. Only had like 15, 16 fights, which
yeah, 17. He has 17 fights, and he's 27 years old.
Yeah, it's not terrible, but like we're talking about like Shakur, Devin, Tank, Theo.
It's more in the sense that, bro, the thing that kills me about Antoine is his activity. You keep fighting this little, you're never gonna see a title fight. Like I've never seen the thing that I don't like about the Showtime network, or maybe fighters on it. I don't know if it's one and the same, but it's like these fighters are reluctant or like okay with being like inactive.
Real quick. Actually, Body Shot is saying that one is a different category. Body Shot's saying that one is a swarmer and one is a pressure fighter. That's what he's saying. He's not.
No, he's talking about Matias because I was saying I don't feel like Matias is a pressure fighter.
Yeah. I was explaining how you break it down.
Right. But my question to him would be: is George Foreman a pressure fighter? He follows you hard. Is he a pressure fighter?
I mean, I don't. You just ask a question to.
I mean, that's really like rhetorical. I mean, to anybody that to anybody that thinks just because you're constantly following somebody doesn't make you a pressure fighter. But anyway,
I mean, I think you could have used Ryan Garcia as a better example.
Yeah, he's another slugger.
Nah, I'm talking about a dude who just follows you and shit. Like that's what he was doing against To Go or some shit. But I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I remember, Tim. He thinks he's above and doesn't need him. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what I remember us talking about.
Why do these guys always fight like?
What's with these egos,
bro? I'm done. If that's the case, I'm done.
These guys will fight no-namers.
I'm above that world champion. I'm above
him. That's two of your rising stars, bro.
Hey man,
Yeah.
look, bro.
Who's number one?
I can't, Keyshawn, but I can.
Oh
No, I'm
man.
talking about Frank Martin.
Oh yeah,
Oh, so that's
just
three.
ducking the championship smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, ducking
Uh,
See,
championship.
Keyshawn just fucked up, but no, Frank Martin turned a fight down. Like turned down a championship fight, and I guess Gary Antoine Russell did something similar. So wait, you telling me he turned down the fight when Matias was a champion?
No,
yeah.
has to have been before, I think.
Nah, I thought it
Was it for
was.
the
Yeah,
was it for the
no, bro,
championship?
this wasn't that long ago.
This
Nah,
doesn't
wasn't too long ago. It was like last month, I think.
that
Is that
legit
why he
don't
got
make any sense to me then.
is that why Matias got elevated? Is it because what's his
No,
face was
Matias didn't
fighting?
get elevated. He fought for a vacant title against undefeated contender.
Oh, okay. I thought they
Against
okay.
Ponce, right?
Ponce, yeah.
I thought they did the email thing and then he defended it.
No, Matias legit won that
Bro,
shit.
now I don't remember exactly when it happened, but I remember we talked about it like a month or two ago. You know what I'm saying?
It,
So
it
yeah,
had to
y'all can
be.
correct me
Well,
on
then
that.
fuck Gary Antoine Russell then. No, I'm just playing. For real though, man. Come on. Somebody get in there with Matias, man.
Nah. You good?
Somebody.
You right, bro. I said the same thing about Keyshawn Davis. He fucked up my film study. So
Yeah,
if
man.
StreamYard wasn't giving me problems, I would change my name to fuck Keyshawn Davis. Trust me. Man.
Yo, yeah. I don't know. Some of these fighters be pissing me off with their bullshit. Like you're not even a star, and you fought lesser opponents that don't have no star power. So, I mean, really, what that means is he's not big enough of a star for me to take that fucking risk and get in there. That just shows what he thinks of Matias. I don't know.
Mm,
So
yeah.
Jim, let's just run this down. So of your right, your first. So Gary Antoine Russell turned down possibly a title fight, or at the very least, a potential fight to put him in position to become a champion whenever this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Martin turned down a title fight.
Mm-hmm.
Keyshawn Davis fucked up his position in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And even Jared Anderson has been fucking up recently.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's no point. I'm just saying.
You just wasting our time with naming names and shit.
I'm naming names that all just belong in the. I think the only rising stars you think that are actually doing their job right now is who? Bam and Janabek.
Well, they're already champions. I'm done. I mean, the job is done already with them. But I look, man. I mean, they can all still become, championship level fighters. I expect them all to still become championship level fighters. But
For
yeah,
sure,
nah,
but
bro.
like it might be a minute.
I'm just going off of fucking what they show in the ring. All this outside the ring shit, I don't got nothing to do with me.
Yo, so I got a question for y'all.
What's up?
Could Josh Taylor hang with Matias on the inside?
I don't think so.
I mean, Josh Taylor is a better inside fighter, but Matias is just
rate, right?
It's volume, man.
Yeah,
That's where I see. I think he's gonna hit Taylor.
But Josh Taylor can also box, man.
Yeah, I know that. I was just saying, like, if
that's what
Josh likes to fight on the inside, that's what he wants to do, right? So,
yeah,
right.
That'd be a dope ass fight too.
That's another one. That's another one. I mean, Josh Taylor's moved on to 47, but let's say if he did decide to stay at 40, because that could have. By the way, that fight was ordered. Just Josh Taylor dropped the belt because he didn't want to defend his IBF title.
If Josh Taylor want to win that fight, he would have to only fight on the inside when he's forced to. I don't think it's smart for anybody to just go out in a fight with Matias and just say I got better inside skills than you. I'll take you on. Like, okay, but he's gonna lay some paws on you. So only fight when you're forced to fight up close. Use your inside fighting pedigree to get back at distance and keep jabbing him and boxing him. But if Taylor doesn't do that, he gets knocked out. That's just how I see it.
I think with
fighter, he can do that.
I think with Josh Taylor, man, when it comes to that, it would have to be pre Ramirez or Ramirez-esque in the sense that this man is utilizing his lead hand, just doing the shit that Josh Taylor's known for doing. I think if it's any resemblance of the dude that fought Tio, I don't think he wins that fight.
Nah.
You might, yeah, exactly. And I'm going mostly based off of his past two performances, which, I mean, he showed. I mean, he tried to fight one way,
I
which
mean,
was on the inside.
Catterall's a bad example because he didn't lack success on the inside. It's just Catterall controlled distance.
Right.
Matias, that's not the issue. So I
Well,
don't know.
my point was he was being one dimensional in both of those fights. He wasn't really showing a high IQ where he was going switching styles and giving different looks. It was just the same. If it didn't work, he'd try it again. You know,
That's an
that doesn't
interesting
work on
fight, though,
Matias.
man. That's a very I like that fight actually. That's
real.
another good one. What do y'all think of? But another one, I mean, that could be interesting because Regis is just going. It would be also Regis versus Matias, man.
Oh man,
That'd be interesting.
that is just
Jonathan, that's not Frank Martin, bro. Stop it, man. No, I don't. No, I don't. But anyway, go ahead. It'll just be some weirdos online.
But no, I think that could be an interesting fight. But personally, I wouldn't want to see Taylor versus Matias until I see something better out of Josh. Like we need to see him give us a good performance before he get back in there with a killer like Matias. But
I don't know.
Hey, I think people see Tim Bradley and they think, oh yeah, fighters come here. That shit ain't happening, bro. It's a Friday night prime time.
oh,
And that's a 20-something-year-old, bro. I
beautiful.
highly doubt he'll ever do some shit like this.
I love that analogy. Tim Bradley just put. Can you pull up that comment, James?
You stop running on that bitch. It keeps going.
That's a great analogy. Cause yep, that's how Spence is. That's how Benavidez is. But like they keep the same pace every fucking round. They never slow down. They don't really speed up either. Just the same. As soon as you slow down, you get ran over.
Shit.
Yeah. Now, somebody, I mean, again, like I was saying on Patreon, the motherfuckers are taking time bomb though, for sure.
Right.
For sure. One day it's gonna end very quickly for him. But
Yeah.
you know, it's gotta be a puncher or at least a accurate puncher.
Like
that does it
Antoine.
for him. Yeah. Or somebody with some pop gonna put his lights out.
I mean, shit. Regis is a counter puncher, bro. So
Not a great counter puncher, but he's a good counter puncher. I think Teal was all bad for Matias. He'll probably knock him out.
well,
Yeah,
once again,
I know you agree. Champ. You see it just like I do. Shit.
but see with Teal, the thing is, man, Teal, like Hitchens, as soon as his ass gets on the ropes, you gotta cross your fingers because he's just not good at fighting on the ropes, man. Or at least he's not effective at it. I think he's center ring. Teal whoops Matias's ass, but he's got to be on point.
Yeah, you're right about that. He does have. After watching the film study earlier, that fucking film study. All right. Anyway, but yeah, no, those problems that Teal had. You're right. Now that I think of it, yeah, he needs to fucking that Philly shell off the ropes. That shit is not good against Matias. I don't like that.
My thing is with that, with Teal is not Teal with Matias. Does Matias take the bait, or does he just wait till he like closes that distance?
He just waits till you finally wear down. He doesn't. He has one thing set on his mind, you know, and if he gets hit, then he's like, okay, I'm gonna try it again. You know, let's try something different. He doesn't think like, all right, I'm gonna do this, but I have a backup plan just in case this fails. No, he's like, if this fails, I'll try something different next time. You know, and that's how he can get beat up in the process of him. You know, and he waits for you to fuck up basically and break down.
The reason why I'm asking is if Matias doesn't commit on anything from mid range to outside, and you're not really counter punching shit at that point. You're just boxing and moving.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, T.O. versus Bud is a pipe dream.
So is Devin versus Boots.
I do kind of believe that not Devin. I think Devin and his pops. I think they're capping, right? But Tio, I think he's a little crazy enough to try to challenge Crawford. I don't know. I think he's a little nutty. Like he probably thinks he could give him something. He'll
Wait,
get
you
knocked
know-
out. He'll get knocked the fuck out. But I think he's crazy enough to think he could do something with him.
Y'all know Tio's coming back this month, right?
What?
What?
What do you mean?
He's
Come on, what?
fighting. He's fighting in some fucking exhibition, bro.
Are you
An
serious?
exhibition?
Wait, how do you know that?
What?
It was announced. He's fighting in
When?
some art exhibition in Honduras.
Word?
Yeah.
Wait, when was this shit announced? Today?
No, like I think last week.
Nah, you can't because I haven't. There's no news on this shit, and Tio hasn't been talking about this either.
Maybe
I don't know. That might have been.
Man, where you getting it from?
I put the John in the Patreon, John.
But where? Oh wait.
Where's the source, bro?
It's some it's like a ticket John in Honduras. There's a whole poster for it and everything.
Oh,
Hey, it's probably some hustlers.
yeah, man. Because
Scammers and shit. I mean,
Tio's been going on podcast after podcast and hasn't talked about any exhibit. I mean, dude, this dude recently talked about he could potentially fight Pacquiao in the exhibition. So, like, this is what I mean.
Look, so yeah, it's something that if it is real, it's something that you would never see.
Yeah,
Except maybe on YouTube or something.
Mm.
But yeah, because the fact that he's not talking about it and the fact that it's not being talked about at all here means it's either just super local or it ain't happening.
I mean, he did recently say, "Oh, I want to travel. I got fans in Zimbabwe or some shit, man.
He
Trying to make a takeover worldwide."
He got fans in Zimbabwe.
He got fans on fucking Mars and fucking Pluto out of space. That's
Bro,
what
like this dude's
is in the sky.
He's not. No, this dude is a ticking time bomb when he talks. 1 minute he's like, "This is for the kids in the sky," and shit. And the next thing you know, it like 5 minutes later, he's like, "This is for me, man. This ain't for nobody's."
Oh man.
Oh, I'm like, yo, this dude needs serious. Like, and mind you, I think that was before he beat Josh Taylor. That was the fight for Josh Taylor that he was talking all this. I'm like, yo, that's why I was like, I can't pick him to win, man. I just think he's gonna get knocked out. I think that's gonna be his call for help, right?
Yo, if Andre stays at 168, there goes his excuse.
Facts.
What was his excuse?
I mean,
He
he
was
can't
too
make them-
big.
he
He was
can't-
the size.
It's
Yeah,
too
it's the
big for
size.
weight. Oh yeah, my god. Dude.
Yeah, I can't keep up with that excuse.
Didn't they say that motherfucker rehydrated to like 190 though?
Andre? I don't know.
Yeah, I heard it, but
I mean, either
that
way,
don't mean that don't mean you're comfortable there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that shit is like, yeah, we gonna hit 190 and make that work for us. Hey, bro, you got to learn how to fight like that as well, bro.
on top of that, Andre straight up said that he can't make 160 again. Like he moved up, not
Oh, well.
Then what the fuck is
Season
Exactly.
bullshitting, bro.
Like,
God
when
damn it,
Char-
Andre.
Yeah, nah, like no bullshit. When I remember Charlo was like, "Yo, come back to fight at 160." He's like, "I wish I could, but I can't make that weight class no more."
Yo, Benji, we should get Janabek versus Adamas. Where is that fight at?
That's the fight at 60. Let's be real here, because Charlo ain't coming back.
Hell no.
I mean,
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
here we go.
Uh-oh.
Bro, how did the fuck did this shit even get brought up? We've been talking about
On your head, Joey.
talking about
Don't
you
you
giving
come talk about it. Come talk about it, Mamba. I want to hear this.
I really want to
Come
hear
on
this
up, buddy.
because I don't know if anybody else, but I didn't see Shakur get outboxed in his last fight.
Oh man, I gotta
mean,
hear
look,
this, man. Come on up.
I believe Shakur. I can get you guys can give me shit about this or whatever. I believe Shakur when he says his left hand was injured because I saw like a
The
couple
motherfucker
clips.
didn't throw it, bro.
I saw a couple clips. I saw a couple clips of the fight again, and I was like, well, that does kind of like look like how someone would fight if their hand was hurt. My problem is if you're gonna step into a fight knowing your hand is hurt, I mean, at least try to do something with it. Like I could name a bunch of other fighters off the top of my head who have broken hands
Nah,
and went in there
but
and acted like it was. So Shakur, he's just super scared to like to put himself out there. He likes to play it super safe, which
yeah,
is
left
very, you know,
left hand or not, that wasn't a good performance from Shakur in general.
it
Because,
wasn't. It wasn't. I'm not excusing that. I'm just saying I do
Mamba, where
believe
you
that.
at, bro?
but damn, bro, like yo, one fight, and it's just like, oh man, you were talking crazy. Like, name me a
Mamba, where
fight.
you at?
They said,
Like,
why did his coach MDA? It was just for a championship belt. You know what I mean? He didn't want to just not take the fight. But
my thing is, man.
Oh, damn. Tim on some big money, take little money.
hey,
Look,
that's
nah, but you know how what Crawford did to Arrow. Now Arrow's just complete trash. So
Tim. I would bet that
yeah.
that fight doesn't happen until we're walking on a stroller.
I mean,
That
my,
shit,
my
Tank ain't fighting
It's
no
gonna be. It's not
risky
gonna happen
fights.
till it's a post-retirement exhibition fight.
Maybe if you see Shakur Stevenson get dropped, like once you start seeing weaknesses in fighters and shit, then you can start to think, oh shit, Tank might want to fight that guy now. But you see him on a rampage, no.
I mean, bro, the thing about Tank, the people we want to see.
Want to spar? Where you at, bro? I put the link out.
Like I
Hella
said,
folk.
people can give me shit about it. You know what I mean? I'm a fighter too, so I know how it's like to go in and fight with a hurt hand. Like you don't just throw that bitch. But
Body shot, but no one's giving you shit.
no, I'm not you guys, but but this guy here, he said, oh, but he want to spar Haney 3 days later. Like, come on, man. Don't
First of
believe
all,
that bullshit.
Wait a minute. You saying Shakur sparred Haney?
Bro, it was some bullshit, dog.
What was it?
Bro, man, fucking Bill Haney, fucking, it was like he was talking shit about Shakur. Shakur was like, yo, I'll spar Devin for $1 million and bring a ref.
What? Oh my! They need to stop that shit.
They need to stop this shit, bro. This shit just looks stupid.
Nah,
Twitter said, the Twitter said,
But nah, I mean, so 16 and 20-ounce gloves is a lot more protection though.
And I guarantee there's headgear in that bitch too.
that shit is corny as fuck. They need to stop all that sparring bullshit.
What the fuck we need championship fighters sparring each other? I don't want to see y'all spar.
I wanna
I
see
don't
y'all
give a
love beating up.
Okay,
people
that's
and
the
sparring.
dumbest. It's the dumbest shit. Or well, if they bet $1 million, man, get the fuck out of here.
That reminds me of that time when Tyson Fury had to pull out of that AJ fight. And AJ was going in on him on Twitter. Tyson Fury was like, "Oh, put 20 million up each person. I'll fight. Like we'll do straight knuckle bear fight." It was stupid, bro.
Said his hand hurts, so he can't press on the link. Oh, that's what he was saying. Oh, I get it.
Damn, Joe, you got motherfuckers pulling out of fights and shit.
I got motherfuckers running, bro. Running like the dude they hate.
Damn,
Straight
bro.
ducking,
Mamba ducking smoke.
right?
Bro, how you name? Don't change your name.
Right. Yeah. You can't be Kobe. Nah.
Nah, you can't be a killer and
You can't even be the snake.
nah.
Garden snake.
Yeah, change your name to Garden Snake. How about that? You know what? Better yet, change your name to Shakur Stevenson.
Oh,
Shit.
right. Where Frank Martin go?
He heard the name Shakur and did.
Why the fuck would he think Frank Martin is on this? Like, what?
Come on.
Nah, because Frank Martin was actually like there was a guy by him named Frank
Come on,
Martin.
champ. I call Cap.
Yo, he's
Cap.
you a true connoisseur. You a troll, just
Tim,
like
you lying.
Cap.
Tim, you trolling, man.
Either Tim trolling or Tim
he
not
said
in
he
his right
liked
state
it
of
'cause
mind.
Champ,
he said it
you
was a
gotta-
high display of boxing IQ.
Champ, you gotta
watching.
you gotta tuck that company man away when you come here. Boy.
This
I
is a
know
safe
you.
space, Tim.
Nah, man, Shakur had to fight through adversity, man, with the hurt hand, bro.
Mamba say he on his
Bro.
way.
Okay, let's go. Finally.
Oh.
But wait, hold on, Gems. Go to that MDA question. He said, Joey, if Shakur is top 3 most skilled, where do you rank Edwin? You know what most skilled means?
Styles make fights. That's what we
No,
rank.
no, that fuck that doesn't even matter. Like, bro, what did you see out of Edwin that made you think he could do everything in the ring?
Pirouette,
Yeah,
That was just a dumb comment, respectfully.
the hip gyrations.
with all
Yeah.
due respect, the shit was stupid.
I like Joseph's take on it. He said it was one fighter who wouldn't and one fighter who couldn't. What's his face? Edwin couldn't. He
Yeah,
just simply
Oh,
Oh
couldn't.
God, that's
Hey, oh
crazy.
God, bruh.
That's
Hey, what
crazy.
y'all don't know is Tim is a Buddhist.
Wait, wait, Tim. Wait,
I'm
so
just
you
fucking around. I actually don't know.
so Tim, here's the thing. So you thought it was suspenseful, right? So usually when that suspense is build up. Where did you?
You said build up to what? Where did
I
you
guess-
bury the suspense when the climax didn't happen, Paul?
Exactly.
I guess
Nah,
the
we can just talk
suspense
about
was-
movies. The fucking climax of the movie. That's what this was, right? Where was the fucking climax? Where did this shit change, bro?
Oh shit!
Yo, now I'm starting to
shit was-
believe everybody who's saying that Tim Bradley was biased, man. Because they all
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
you didn't
Everybody
hear all
throwing
that.
shots tonight.
Now
You didn't
Tim
hear that?
Now
There was-
Tim ducking smoke.
No, I've been hearing so many people talk about the ESPN panel is so biased.
Yo,
Oh my
Jen,
god.
check your watch. Has it been a minute?
Mr. Sharp was good.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Chilling, man.
What's
chilling.
going on, man?
Yeah, bro.
I'm headed to the gym. I just wanted to talk to y'all real quick, get y'all opinion on this, man. Can we talk about how the Philly show is just ruining people's careers out here? Like,
Well, shit, I got 2 different videos on it.
yeah, man, it's like because just in recent times, because like Andrade, he got knocked out going into that show. Well, not knocked out, but he got knocked down, right?
Nah, he didn't.
Didn't he get knocked down?
Nah, yeah, he did, but he wasn't in the show.
He
He's
was
in
getting in
sync.
that show, I think. If you watch the
Nah,
replay,
fam.
That was a single shield. It
Nah,
wasn't.
no. It was actually a double shield just on the left side.
Yeah.
but what about
He
the
just,
second
he just
time?
concentrated it all on the left side. The second,
Maybe-
bro, after that first time, that motherfucker was dazed and confused, man.
Maybe not when he got knocked down, but when he got hit with that first right hook, I think. I'm not sure. My memory's bad, but he got hit with that, and then Shakur, he couldn't use the Philly shell. And he's another one who uses it, right? And he couldn't use it because his left hand was, hurt.
But Shakur doesn't. I mean, Shakur has used the Philly shell, but that's not something Shakur uses.
He switches guards. Well,
And he's a southpaw. He's a southpaw. Not
He
like
mostly uses it to
You can use-
initiate the inside.
But look, now if all he had was a lead hand, you can't be in the Philly shell, fam.
exactly.
Because you're tucking your lead hand. You know what I'm saying? So now your lead hand's not a threat. You can't control distance. Yada yada yada.
Was it his right hand or his left hand that was hurt?
His left.
Well, it's left according
According to them, bro. Yeah.
speculation. Yeah.
So if his left hand was hurt and he uses the Philly shell, he couldn't use the left hand and when he's using the Philly shell to fend off the punches, right?
Right, but he wouldn't have been able to punch at all.
I'm talking about on defense.
On defense, yeah, he could have. I mean, he could have held the phone. I mean, yeah, but how was he going to punch?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Out of that position, he could. That's why he wasn't using it.
Oh shit! Hold on.
That motherfucker. Hey, that
The
motherfucker
champ
always.
is here.
Listen
Yo,
to me, man.
champ is here, man.
Man, listen to me, man. Andrade always. I mean, he always reports to that fucking C slot, bro. He puts that head towards
Yeah.
that back foot,
Facts.
and that's his defense, bro. And if you go back and watch Benavidez, what he attacked, straight out the gate, he was throwing that right hook. That right hook, just meeting him there. Finally caught him with that shit, and then it was over downhill from there. But anyways, let me tell you about the Shakur, man. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all know the shit got kind of stale the midpoint, but early on for me, it was suspenseful because I saw the reactions from both fighters. So like when we sitting there and we we kind of just like admiring each other and posturing and trying to get in a position, like we know like, hey, I can't do that. Oh shit, I can't do that. Like he's better than I thought. Like he's smarter than I thought, just by the way he's reacting, the way he's moving. I saw a lot of that. So it was like a lot of like just positional changes that was going on, and a lot of shit that was happening that I would say mentally. And I saw that Shakur respected him, and also Edwin respected Shakur.
Facts.
Okay, they both respected each other. And not only that, but Edwin, he respected Shakur's punching power too, because he felt those fucking thumpers. We say that Shakur can't punch, but obviously, hey, Edwin wasn't willing to sell out because he didn't want to get caught cold. He didn't.
Sure didn't.
And on the same tip, Edwin, on the other hand, Shakur on the other hand, he felt them fucking thumpers from Edwin too. I've been in the fight. I was in a fight against a African dude. His name was Antimani. Antimani, some shit. It was like probably like my 13th professional fight. I fought this motherfucker. He had some thumpers. The hardest puncher at the time I've ever been in the ring with. Every time he swung, it hurt. You know what I mean? He hit me with 2 uppercuts in the first round. I said, oh shit. I ain't never felt nothing like that in my entire career. I was like, yo, I can't stand in front of this dude. Like, I gotta just pick and engage when I felt it was safe and not take too many chances. That's what Shakur did, man. He didn't want
Yeah,
to take any
but
fucking chances, bro.
strategically, there's other things he could have done. He
Oh
could have
shit,
used
Gabriel.
yo.
Listen to me. Shakur is considered one of the highest skilled fighters, right? You got him up there, right? If you
Of
if
For
you
course.
think
sure.
Shakur would thought that he can do more, you don't think he would have? I mean,
So
if you go
so
back and go ahead,
so
go ahead.
so first of all, I don't we can the injury. I don't know about it. It could have been an issue. Let's just say hypothetically.
Listen to me. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
But let me finish. Let me finish though.
I heard the injury was bullshit. Okay, I've heard the injury was bullshit.
Okay,
Oh,
so
So
then he didn't want to throw the backhand because he didn't want to get countered. Fine.
listen to me.
That's some pussy shit.
I'm gonna just tell you guys right now, and you just hit the nail on the head right there. You gotta have balls. Period. You gotta have balls, bro. Period. And Shakur obviously doesn't have balls. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man.
Yo, if that's true, Tim, and his hand wasn't hurt, that's a fact.
I'm
oh
just letting
Yeah,
you
if you,
know. I'm just letting y'all
but
know. And it's no knock on Shakur. It's just that he's gonna play it safe. He's gonna play it safe every single
Yeah,
time. So
but
when he
he
nobody
gets
could
in
have.
the
wants.
ring with what,
What I was gonna say is he could have still played it safe and still done other things technically to actually land more punches to actually make it more of maybe not a fight but more volume and could have made it a little more
bro,
interesting than
Edwin,
what
but
because
listen to me.
but
If
When does
oh,
Edwin have success? Edwin has success when guys are punching at him.
people
Understand that.
overcommit,
He punches in between those shits.
right, but
Okay?
here's the
Yeah.
thing. Stevenson has very good footwork. He could have been using his step around game to get away from the counters on the back, and he wasn't doing that at all. Everything was linear. He was going straight forward and straight back. He
So
never.
if you know Stevenson, that's his game. His
It
steady,
is
straight foot.
right, but
Everything
what
is
I'm trying to
linear.
say is he could have that could have been something that could have added a different element to the game to his game that could have made it less of a problem. He could have maybe not thrown his backhand as much if he was still worried about it, but at least he could have done some more lead hand stuff.
I
Stepping,
mean,
How big?
bro, even with the backhand, like, just I'm sorry to jump in, but like, even like, there's things in Shakur's game that he didn't utilize even in a safe position. There was a lot of times where Edwin had overcommitted, was off balance.
And he
Shakur
still didn't
stepped
throw that
off
back
and
there.
then
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
throw
yeah,
that
he still,
backhand.
and you're right, and you're absolutely right. But what happens if Shakur does throw, and then Edwin decides he wants to throw with him, even on balance or off balance? That's Edwin's game. He's looking for you to open up, so that way he can catch you in between.
it
Shakur
is
felt that. I'm telling you, he felt
it
that
is
shit, bro.
it is
He
hard to
felt that.
counter.
Nah,
It is
you
hard
know
to
what?
it
Look,
is hard to counter a
go ahead.
fighter when with the speed of De Los Santos. The
All
dude
the
is real
above.
fast.
The dude was fucking solid, bro, all night, and his power was there all night. He was trying to knock Shakur the fuck out. Period. He was trying to
Yeah, I hear
send
that.
him home.
Look,
And he
if it
still had sting on his
champ,
punches all the way to the 12th round.
champ, if it wasn't nothing wrong with Shakur backhand, then hell yeah, I completely agree with the balls pause. But
Facts.
but yeah, if it wasn't nothing wrong with his hand foul, that shit was a goddamn shame.
that's
Hey,
a
Nah,
fact.
look,
like,
look.
bro,
I'm gonna tell you from a business standpoint, and I'm talking about marketing. I'm talking about his brand. It was a shitty performance. Period. Like I'm being 100 with you. It was, and I elaborated on that. I wasn't going to bash Shakur, but I elaborated on that. After on the post fight, I elaborated. I said, like, dog, if you want to be pound for pound number one, if you want to, sell out arenas, if you want to be considered one of the best fighters in the world, like, yo, you have to perform, dude.
You would
You know
never
what
get
I'm
him
saying?
like that.
Bro,
Period.
if that really is the case, I'm gonna say it straight up, just in case no one wants to say it. I don't want to see him against Tank Davis.
It's
I
No,
don't want to see
gonna
that
be the
fight.
same way. That's
I don't
exactly
want to
how
see
he's
that
gonna
fight.
be.
Bruh,
That's the
nah.
reason why. Listen to me, and I'm gonna roll out. That's the reason why I pick him to beat Tank, because he's going to take the necessary chances. He's not going to take the chances to get himself hurt or knock the fuck out. He's going to beat Tank on points. Tank falls behind on fights all the time,
That's facts.
and then he lure you to sleep, and then he finally lands that one. Shakur can stay focused all fucking night. As you can see, he fought that type of fight
Yeah.
right there, and he was cool and comfortable with it, and he didn't give a fuck. He did what he had to do to get the win at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I pick him to beat. And there's other things too, but I pick him to beat Tank. He's gonna
Not
make it boring as shit. He's not gonna allow him to hit him. Period.
not champ. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I would
Yeah.
pick him to win by decision. I just won't want to see that.
Well,
I don't
look,
want to see that shit. I don't want to see
Hence,
that.
oh
again,
wait, Mamba. Hence, Tank has a puncher's chance,
oh my god.
motherfucker. But
yes,
go ahead.
but but that's the suspense. That's the suspension I'm talking about. Like, can Tank land? Can Tank
Right.
land? Can he figure out a way to land on Shakur? And that's what entertains me, the fighter in me, and knowing how hard it is to be that defensive and not get hit, bro. Like swim without getting wet. Like that's just genius to me, bro. I sit back and I'm like, man, how do like all he doing is stepping back, but this motherfucker like hasn't figured out, like, follow him all the way out.
But
Keep
champ,
going. Don't
I got a
stop.
question then.
Go ahead.
So, what about the Nakatila fight then?
The Nakatila fight? It's
Yeah.
the same. It's the same shit. But see, at that time, I called him out on the performance. I thought that
Okay.
he won every single round. It was easy for him, but at the same time, it was more of the business sense. This is a
Yeah.
guy that keeps talking about, hey, I'm pound for pound. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be that. I'm the baddest guy. You know what I mean? He's saying all these accolades, but I'm like, yo, but your performance is not speaking for itself. So that's when I called him out. I called him out on that. You know what I mean? Because I had to. I had to bust his bubble. I had to let
Yeah.
him know, like, bro,
But
you got
look,
to step up and perform.
yeah,
He comes back, he does this,
real
okay?
quick, y'all.
And I'm like, hey, look, I'm not gonna bash him. I already done that. I already been down that road. He know what the fuck he gotta do. He know that performance wasn't great. He understands that. So
I
he gonna
don't know,
come
But
back.
champ.
look, champ. Hold on, real quick though. But he had no problem throwing that left hand though. But I understand Nakatia and De Los Santos bring a different set of talent to the ring.
Yeah.
So but that's the only thing that gives me pause on. Or was there a problem with the shoulder of the left hand or not? You know what I'm saying? Because he was
Look.
throwing that bitch versus Nakatia.
Yeah, he was throwing it. He knocked him down a couple of times too throughout the fight, but still, he used his legs. He got out the fuck out the way because the dude was throwing that heat. You know, he's not gonna sit there and exchange with these guys, bro. Like, he's not, bro. Like, he plays it safe. That's his style. He plays it safe. Shakur's not gonna sit there and go punch for punch with a motherfucker. He's not.
I got
You know?
2 points.
He doesn't.
So you were talking about his ability to get away, and why don't fighters just walk him back to the ropes? His step back game is very, very measured. He takes very small step back, and it's just enough. So it's hard to get him back to the ropes. And the other thing is, in that last fight, in the fight where he knocked his knockout that he had last, he was stepping around, dude. He was stepping around, dude. He was controlling the lead hand so he could step around, very defensively responsible, and he was being able to, as he stepped around from the new angle, get off punches. So
Different style matchup.
without a doubt. I mean, there's no doubt.
Different fighter, different type of power, different type of timing, different type of speed, different type of rhythm.
He
Different
definitely
stance,
felt more
yeah.
comfortable with that dude. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
You know, like guys that he knows that he can get away with that. Like, he'll stay in the pocket. Like, Oscar Valdez is not a big puncher. He's really not. You know, he slaps a lot with his shots. So he wasn't scared to to move away from Oscar Valdez. He moved away just enough, but then he stayed right there. And in this fight, he didn't run either. Like he didn't run. He would actually like pull back, make a miss, and then he would step right to him. Pull back, make a miss, and step right to him. He just kept doing that over and over. He wasn't
It was
running.
a big
But
ass reverse shuffle.
yeah, but he just. Well, damn, I just like the thing is, I think your point is valid because the thing with Shakur is that not only look, his defense was on point in terms of not getting hit.
Yeah.
But in terms of
no offense.
But like not only that, but I would say this is probably the most linear Shakur's ever looked. Like straight back and forth, barely any angles. I was really like Shakur looked up and down in the fight.
And I'll say usually when we say swim without getting wet, the swimming is punching.
It really is easier to become defensive when you're not throwing any punches. That's
what I felt with Loma and Tio.
But hold on. But that also says something about De Los Santos. Like, bro, you see he's not throwing his left hand. Why the fuck are you not adjusting? Why are you not adjusting and attacking that way? You know what I'm saying?
I was commenting on that during the fight. I was really giving him a lot of shit. Everybody was giving Shakur shit. I was like, well, what the fuck is Dos Santos doing?
I was giving the fight. Oh, no, I remember. Never mind. I was giving the whole fight shit, but everybody on the panel was.
Look, it was a horrible performance. Look, it was a horrible performance. But did I like it? I thought it was dope. And he did what he had to do to win the fight. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I respect because I saw the nature of the fight. The nature of the fight was so fucking intense, bro. Both these guys was in there to hurt one another, and neither of these guys had the balls enough to take a chance. That was just it.
But I mean, Stevenson is not a dude that is tearing people's heads off, right? I mean, why didn't De Los Santos take more chances? I mean,
maybe at 35,
because he didn't want to get countered, bro. He didn't want to take the risk because them shit. Look, when Del Santos sold out in the 12th round, when he started coming forward and taking more chances, he got hit with 2 right hooks, and he said, "Fuck it, I ain't getting hit no more." Hell no.
No, he actually got hit with 2 left hands as well.
And he was like, hell no.
Yeah.
He didn't want to. He didn't want to engage anymore.
Bro, you know the difference. The difference I saw, especially when we did it on Patreon, was De Los Santos was using that explosive ass Tio shit for the vast majority of the fight. When he finally adjusted and started walking Shakur down, which there is a difference. Chat. When he finally just started walking Shakur down and actually taking away that big ass reverse step, he was getting smacked. He was getting touched. You know what I'm saying? So clearly, I mean, he could have did that shit earlier, and it might have been a different fight, but it might have not went his way in that different fight. You know what I'm saying? Just
it wasn't gonna be his fucking way. It wasn't gonna be his way. Either way it went, it wasn't gonna be his way. And y'all can call me whatever Homer, whatever you want to call it, bro. Call me a fucking man. I heard all
company man.
Company man.
What any of y'all motherfuckers say?
So at the end of the fight, at the end of the fight, I remember mentioning that Shakur did get off the fight unscathed. He didn't really take much punishment. So that's, I mean, in the long term, that's good for his career. But like, if you're really gonna not take any risks in a fight, like just because you don't want to get punched, I mean, that to me says a lot about your skill. Because all the other greats, they step in there with big punchers and they know how to hit, like you said, swim without getting wet. They don't need to play 100% defense to win a fight, and they still don't get hit. So I don't know. That's my take on Shakur, man. You're not as skilled as I thought you were. If you have to play that defensive to win a fight against a puncher, or I don't know.
I mean,
I don't think it's a indictment on skill. I think it's like you said, bro. That shit is balls, bro. Like balls.
Is it really balls though, James, or is it?
That's exactly, bro. Because his skills,
exactly what it is. Bro.
His skills don't
vanish. It is balls, but then anything that you learn in the gym is because you have balls. So he got to have the balls to learn how to fucking fight a puncher, and his skills.
Anything you learn in the gym, what?
I'm sorry. So if he's not learning if he can't, if he had the balls to fucking learn how to fight them, he would just have the skills to do it instead of going in there and having to fucking, you know, be hella scared of getting hit.
Wait,
Like you get
but
used to it
body
over the
shot.
time.
But I hate to make this point, but he did win, didn't he? Like,
But my thing is actually like, all right, Jim said the swimming part is hitting. All right, he just didn't get wet.
right.
Swim without getting wet. He just didn't get wet.
You're right.
Well, he I mean, he had to land some punches to win the fight, but still,
You know what I
obviously,
mean?
yeah. Nah, I get you, but nah, I mean, if you don't take risk and fight, bro, I,
I
I
don't want to
can't
see
really
that.
say like, bro. So Floyd had fights where I could tell he didn't want to take the risk. You know what I'm saying? But are we gonna say Floyd would lack
I've
skills?
never seen
Nah.
him ever be. You know what being afraid is like to be afraid to throw your backhand. I think anybody can attest. I mean, when you first start fighting, when you throw your lead hand, you might think, "Oh, I'm good. I keep landing this jab. This is good." And then you try to throw your backhand, and you get countered. And then you start to get more reluctant to throw your backhand. Like when I throw my backhand, my reflexes kick in because I know I'm more available to get countered. So if you're sitting there in a fight and you're afraid to throw your backhand, you're just thinking about everything that they could counter you with, and you're not doing anything to try to get around it. So to me, that's
It's
man, that's
just it's cautious, is what it is.
man.
It's risk adverse. Look,
It-
okay.
Just
So what if he shows you the same exact skills you was looking for the next fight?
Against
like Shakur, like against a puncher.
Again, why does it matter if they're a puncher or not?
Well, because that's what like the thing is him being afraid of getting hit by a devastating puncher. So
Right, but why does afraid have to do? Again, you're trying to conflate being
having balls,
cautious or
whatever.
afraid or with skills. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm getting lost at.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's a good question, James. That really is a good question. I just
it's
I
just
was,
the body shot. The thing is, the way, let's say, for example, the way he fought Jamel Herring, you're not going to see Shakur fight that way against particular fighters because he can't take certain risks like that. And that's not just Shakur. That's like you.
okay.
Yeah, you see what I'm like.
I think because
That's a good
what I
point,
mean is
Joey. That's a good point, Joey. Because on the night of the fight, I was saying that that Stevenson wasn't really trying to fire his jab with authority. In the Jamel Herring fight, you could tell him he was stepping in to really hurt him with his jab, and then he
Yeah.
was able to put everything else. He was reluctant even to put any kind of pop behind his jab. That nothing. He was just really just trying to touch him and get
It was
out.
just speed. Yeah.
He just was trying to touch him and get out, and so and which is fine. But he could have thrown more punches by simply one thing that I didn't see him do that he obviously can do is feint. He didn't feint him at all. I didn't see any. I don't remember seeing any feints. He could have tried that to avoid the counters. He didn't do that. There's skills that he has that he just, to me, he didn't use that night that could have made it a more interesting fight, and he chose not to use them for whatever reason.
I think a better way to revise it. So because now that I think of it, you're right. He does have the skills. I guess that wouldn't be something to use against that, but I can't just say that you're this great fighter because being a great fighter, some fighters aren't necessarily as skilled as Shakur, but you could say like they're all-time greats, right? You haven't seen them do as much techniques as Shakur has, but they have a lot. Anyway,
Body shot.
I just can't rank him as this great fighter if he can't translate his skills against those type of people. That goes back to something I said before is like I can't say that you're a great fighter if you haven't showed that your skill can compete at that top level. What were you gonna say, Joey?
Here's my.
Yeah, but you just conflated top level with puncher.
I mean, my thing is, here's the thing.
Mhm.
Now, this is a little bit different because I'm gonna use Terrence Crawford as an example. You see, Crawford right now, I would dare say, I mean, ain't no question, Crawford got nerve, but does anybody really believe, with a lick of sense, believe Terrence Crawford's gonna face if he fought him, would fight Canelo Alvarez the same way he's fought all of these fighters at 147?
Hell no.
Exactly. Now Crawford has the same skill at 68 that he possesses at 47. But the difference is Canelo Alvarez possesses a much higher puncher's chance than anybody Terence Crawford has faced up to this point. So in order to win that fight, you're going to see probably a far more defensive Crawford than you've ever seen. Now, I'm not saying he's straight up not going to throw his backhand, but I seriously doubt if he really believes he can, if his goal is to defeat Canelo, just to beat him straight up, he's not going to, like, you're going to see a different Crawford.
I see what you mean. I mean, but this is a guy that's 3 weight divisions above Crawford, and then this is the guy that's in Shakur's.
The point is power. The point is power. That's what I'm trying to talk about.
I get what you mean. But going back to what I was saying about Floyd throwing his right hand, because James was saying Floyd might not have had some exciting performances. I've never seen Floyd ever gunshot or throw his backhand and still have the defensive responsibility. And so what I meant is, like, if he had the balls to throw his right hand, that's why he developed the skills to be able to get out the way and anticipate what's going to come next. And maybe if Shakur would just throw that fucking, if he was in there with whatever you want to say, the top level, or with a big puncher, take those risks, because you got the skills. So if you take those risks, if you practice it, you'll end up being able to do that shit second nature and not even have to be afraid or whatnot, or not have the balls, whatever you want to define it as.
I'm gonna go on record. Here's the thing. I don't think De Los Santos hit Shakur enough times or flush enough times for Shakur to, like, really determine, like at least early on, for Shakur to know whether he hits. I really don't think so. I think this is just from what I saw, I think what threw Shakur off the most was De Los Santos' speed. I think he saw straight up. I think that's what made Shakur passive in terms of throwing that punch. It's not like, oh, when he catches me, is it going to hit in terms of power? But I think that was lack of trust in his reaction. Like, at the end of the day, this dude is fast. Like, so he's fast, and on top of that, he so-called can hit. So if he has speed to go with that power, I don't think I want to put myself in position to potentially get countered. Because there's a lot of, like we mentioned, Nakatila can hit and shit. Yoshino could apparently hit. But these guys are nowhere near as fast as Shakur or as Edwin De Los Santos. Santos didn't look really a step slower than Shakur at all in this fight. You really saw two guys with similar athleticism in this fight.
I actually saw that version of Stevenson was probably one of the fastest I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree.
Granted, he against other guys, he wants to sit down a little bit more. And use control, and because that was another thing, that the fight played out at a weird distance that I'm not sure why that was. He really did. He was way outside. It wasn't just outside; it was way outside. And I was like,
he was.
Yeah. Granted, I kind of understand why he wanted to operate a little bit further out, because De Los Santos closes distance very quickly, and I thought that was going to be key in the fight. I thought that was going to be something that he had to get used to, but I figured he would start to get adjusted to that at some point. He just never felt comfortable with the distance at all.
Nah, and
for a master of distance, that's fucking strange.
Yeah, the only time I saw Shakur anywhere near this fast was against Jamel Herring. I thought Shakur looked very fast in that fight too, in terms of his.
That's a good point, but Jamel Herring was also is a guy that he could look fast against, because Jamel Herring is not that quick, right?
True.
What I thought, seeing Stevenson look fast against a super fast dude like De Los Santos, I thought was pretty impressive. But other than that, that was the only thing that caught my eye in that fight. Everything else was, I don't know, man. That shit was trash, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no. Go ahead, Body Shot.
Oh no! Basically, this all shines light on really what the problem is. It's the speed and the power, like the combination of the two. Shakur is really, really not going to take no risks out there with those type of fighters. So,
which goes back to my original point. I don't want to see him fight Tank Davis. This is what we're going to get. I don't want to see it, because Tank Davis probably hits as hard, if not harder, than De Los Santos. He's more athletic than De Los Santos. So if that's what we're going to... Now, mind you, he's also way more patient and he's not going to just explode right in front of Shakur like De Los Santos. Tank is a far more intelligent fighter. I've never denied that, but got to throw that out there. but at the same time, I mean, if Tank being that patient, that's only going to play into Shakur winning rounds, round after round after round. At that point, Tank is going to have to do something to either cut the distance to make something happen. But if Shakur is fighting like this and is purely defensive, it's going to be very hard for Tank to land something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hoodie AP, I mean, that could possibly be a factor. Where it's not the same as the old school because of how fighters' careers go after they take a loss. But Marty, you're making a subjective argument that can go any type of way, fam. I mean, I don't even get why people talk about that. I mean, again, Floyd fans gonna say Floyd was older than half the people you're talking about.
He's older than all of them, actually.
I mean, so again, it's subjective. I see y'all talking about it in the chat, though. What else?
Yeah, James. Any comment on what we've been discussing?
What y'all talking about?
My man's zoned out.
You talking about? I was reading the chat. You talking about Shakur and the whole speed thing?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. I mean, look, you can't say for sure, but
no, we can't. It's just speculation. But so, what's your? Do you want to see? Do you want to see that Tank fight now?
No. Nah, bro. I mean, no. If his hand wasn't injured, fam, no. Bro, it was nothing wrong with his left shoulder or left hand, bruh.
Wait, was it the shoulder or the hand? Because I was hearing talks about the shoulder.
Whatever they're saying it was. If it was really nothing wrong with it,
some
bullshit. No, fam. I don't want to watch you. You know what I'm saying? Be risk adverse.
Because the thing is, like we brought up, I think Shakur is gonna look like the old Shakur or regular how he typically looks against a Jermaine Ortiz, against a Lomachenko, against a Navarrete, against who else? Fucking George Kambosos and shit. But against a Tank, people were bringing up, oh man, he would have issues with Devin Haney. I fucking doubt it. I think Devin Haney still gets his ass whooped by Shakur, but against a Tank, or even let's say a Teofimo Lopez.
Oh no,
we got a glimpse of what a fight like that would look like.
Right.
Yeah, that wouldn't even be fucking fun. So it would have to be somebody that's technical. If you put him against someone who's just technical, he basically picks them apart. But if they got speed and power, then it's going to be a boring fight.
Yeah, I think athleticism that rivals, if not surpasses his own, I think he's going to be reluctant.
Oh my freaking god!
So, I pretty sure it's going to be a fucking boring fight. But I will say I think it will be slightly more interesting than the De Los Santos fight, simply because
of Tank, in my opinion.
Because of and I was going to say that because of Tank's ability to set traps. So
yeah.
Now, do I think Stevenson are really going to fall for any of that shit? I don't know. The thing is, a thing about Tank is that it's not only that he's very good at setting traps, is that he's able to take advantage of those traps because of his athleticism. So even the slightest mistake, there's very little margin for error with that guy.
But the thing is, Tank with like all of those traps, it comes down to a fighter really. A lot of Tank's knockouts come down to a fighter committing, and Shakur, if he's not committing and really just trying to bait out those traps, well, I don't know what the fuck Tank is really going to be able to do. Tank might be sitting there having a trap set, and Shakur's just not willing to spring it. Then you got two guys just staring at each other.
Yeah, he's not going to cooperate. That's a fact.
Exactly. And if he doesn't cooperate, then you could see two guys who have a high level like idea in place, but neither one of those guys is going to do anything for that shit to get set. At least not Shakur. So
and Tank has pretty good defense himself. He's not. I think Stevenson lands even less punches than he did against De Los Santos.
Probably. Like the thing is with the thing is with that shit is that maybe not, because simply for the fact that Tank might be walking down in a high guard, so he might be more susceptible to punches, because Tank is a little bit less. He's defensive, but I feel like he's more defensive when necessary. While with De Los Santos literally was, like, people want to talk about how defensive Shakur was. De Los Santos was not committing that much either when necessary.
Shit.
Exactly. I think Tank would be more willing to walk with an inactive high guard if it meant possibly getting Shakur to commit, like you said. I think he's willing to walk in like, all right, I'll eat a few jabs, maybe left hand if I could catch dude.
Right.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Maybe dumb, but you criticize Ennis for fighting via fight. Would it have been better to fight safe and win on points like Shakur? No, we criticize Shakur's fight.
We never criticized anything that Boots did against Villa. If anything, everybody gave him props for what he did against Villa. It's just that
he fights his opponent's fights at times. That's all. I mean,
go look at the film studies for fuck's sake, and you'll see the problem. Like, shut up.
Damn, buddy.
Because these dudes be coming up in here like they focus on one thing. It's like, if you go see the film study, you'll see all the flaws. Like, stop dick riding Boots.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, buddy.
Damn, bro. My man sounds so fed up.
I can't stand these Boots dick. Like, Boots beats Tyson Fury at this point. I don't think he's
a Boots dick rider.
I don't know if he is.
I don't think he is, bro.
Well, if he's not, then shit.
MDA been around for a minute.
Oh. Well, my bad.
But for real, I definitely criticized the Shakur fight way more than I criticized the Boots Villa fight. The problem with Boots is that you fight your opponent's fight one day, that's just not going to work for you.
You know what I'm saying? Get hurt.
You should fight your fight. Now, fighting his fight doesn't mean fighting like Shakur.
Because Boots doesn't.
What that means.
That's not Boots, because Boots is not Shakur Stevenson. That's what people don't understand. What Boots was doing for the majority of the first few rounds, that was him doing what he does best. That was fine. It's when he voluntarily came into distance where Villa would be more successful and decided to trade. That's what we're talking about. But when he was destroying him from mid to long range, Boots was fine.
He actually looked pretty sharp when he was doing that. Actually, to me, he looked sharp. I thought it was he could have done a better job to control distance. But because to me, if you're gonna fight a pressure fighter, and they want to get on the inside, you gotta make them work for it. You just don't give it to him. He sometimes he be letting guys get to where they want to be at. For what? They just make them work for it. And then they take punishment on the way in. Maybe, once they get there, they could get some work in, but you could get some work in too. It'll be kind of even, but on the way in, all that punishment is going to add up quick. He just doesn't do that. Like you guys said, he doesn't, he fights the other guys fight for no good reason.
Right. Well, and I mean, so his way is way more riskier. But should we end up appreciating it more because it makes for a more entertaining fight? Shakur's way is risk adverse, bro. So it could turn out to be what it turned out to be. So it just is what it is.
There's a new a comment made right above the mic check that just posted. That's a good question, actually.
Where you at, dog?
Yeah, nah, he been gone. I don't want to see a rematch.
I see. If there was an injury, I would have been cute. Why?
I do. Let's see what, like, if Shakur is full of shit or not.
I mean,
bruh, if it wasn't no motherfucking injury, fam, I don't want to see no rematch, bro.
Who cares? I'll watch it on a work night. That way I got to go to sleep early.
You did
on a Thursday.
Yeah, it'll be I have to wake up early the next morning, so it's all good,
I honestly, I've seen
y'all talking about Floyd and Canelo. What's going on here?
For me, if they If there is an injury, sure. I mean, honestly, it would be for his own career. I think he might want to consider that, right? Because it was that bad, right? So just simply because people rightfully are talking shit because that was bad, you might want to, save a little face and get back in there with him and show him that it was an injury. And I keep saying, injury or not, he could have done more, but at least he has an opportunity to uh, erase the bullshit.
Bro, that's crazy to me, man.
Who talking about Spencer's rib injury?
They must got him mistaken for Ryan Garcia.
Oh man. Anyway, go ahead, Joe. Oh, bad.
Bro, that's really crazy to me that my man, like it's one thing to stink out a fight. We saw that against Rigo. We saw that against. I mean, we've seen Floyd do it, but not to this. But like this right here was crazy. I have this. James, can you think of a fight similar to this, or a fighter who did something anywhere near like this risk adverse?
Nah, bro. I mean, well, according to CompuBox, there literally hasn't been. So,
well,
I
think the Rigo fight with Casemiro is worse.
No, that shit was just.
That wasn't even. Was that a fight or was that like?
Bro, I don't, that shit was. It's hard to describe that.
It was like an intimidation contest. Like, what the fuck was that, guy?
Bro, I had to apologize to so many people that night, man.
You invited people? Oh God,
bro!
I tried to invite my brother to the Shakur fight. Thank God he didn't show up. We ended up clowning it.
I'm gonna tell you what I did worse, man. There was 2 fights on that night: the Rigo Casemiro fight and the Ortiz Kavalaskis fight. I said, yo, I'm gonna watch that Ortiz Kavalaskis fight tomorrow morning. We gonna put on this championship fight between Casemiro and Rigo.
Said Prograis versus Zarrillo was almost as bad. Oh, come on, no way.
It was bad, but it wasn't as bad.
I mean, but Prograis Zorilla was bad for different reasons. It wasn't because neither fighter was afraid to take chances. It was just because that was just lack of skill. That was bad for lack of skill. Yeah. This was not lack of skill. This was like Tim said, like a balls.
So to your point, I mean, the fact that Prograis could not make the adjustment on the angle
that's all that was.
It was fucking annoying.
It was so annoying, bro.
That shows his pedigree, though.
Man, like you like people don't know how hard it was watching that fucking fight again, man. I'm so serious. If Shakur fights a southpaw next, I'm not doing that film study, man. Not if I have to watch this fucking fight.
So Jonathan is saying Pitbull walks down Edwin. If Edwin was hesitant with Shakur, imagine Pitbull. But that's not like that's not Shakur. Has a step back game, and Isak Cruz is going to be relentlessly like he's not going to be hesitant. He's going to be countering he's going to be using every opportunity. Isak's not afraid to throw his hands, unlike Shakur.
No, I don't think he's talking about Isak. At least I think he's talking about Edwin.
He said Pitbull. He said Edwin was hesitant with Shakur. Imagine Pitbull. So he's saying, or is he saying, imagine how hesitant Shakur would be with Pitbull?
Exactly.
Well, same thing. Same thing. Pitbull's coming at Shakur constantly. He's gonna force him to fight.
I don't know. It might. First of all, Pitbull. Goddamn, bro.
Man,
technique is lacking like a motherfucker. But I don't know. It might look the same. Might look a little different.
I think it would look different simply because Shakur, for that fight, Shakur's step back game should be easy.
And also, it's an orthodox fighter, and this is an orthodox fighter who does walk down his opponents and take away that space that they would have behind them because they end up towards the ropes if they walk back. So So again, it would look different in that regard, but perhaps Shakur uses a little bit more lateral movement aside from them big ass step backs.
Yeah.
That'll make it look different. But bro, look, man, Pitbull doesn't beat Shakur.
No.
Yeah, no, but I don't think the argument was that. I think the what they're more so saying is they're saying Shakur is gonna be extra, it's gonna be extra boring with Cruz. But what I'm saying is with Isak Cruz, it's gonna be more exciting because Cruz is
No,
more.
no, body shot. The guy clarified. He said no. He's talking about how he thinks Edwin would lose to Pitbull
Edwin would lose to Pitbull.
because
He
if
said,
he, so he's saying that if Edwin was hesitant against Shakur Stevenson, imagine how hesitant he would be against Pitbull
so that
Cruz.
was the original point that I was making, which is gonna be Edwin having more opportunities to counter, so it's not gonna be as hesitant. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that would be. You talking about Edwin?
Yeah, Edwin.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I thought he
that
was
Edwin,
originally.
Edwin would try to feast off counter punching, but
Absolutely.
Edwin, you would see Edwin using a lot more lateral movement.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so yeah, it'd be styles make fights.
I think I favor Dos Santos maybe in that fight because he had the power. But
I
at the
would
same
favor
time,
De Los Santos against
but at the
Cruz.
same time, look at what Tank really had to do. He had to use his jabs. He had to use his um even Tank with his power. He didn't try to. Well, I don't know. You could say it's because he broke his hand, but he used the head control and he kept turning him to get away from the ropes. He didn't really fight him on the inside much. He was boxing him the whole fight. I don't know. I don't know if Dos Santos has that same boxing uh, IQ that Tank has to be able to
Yeah,
pull that off.
if
You know,
if this is what we got, man. So who the fuck would beat Shakur if he fights like this, bro?
who would beat Shakur?
If he fought the way, like, if he fights like that, I don't like
The only person
nobody.
I could think
He
of
could
would be
beat
people
Tyson
that
Fury like that.
man.
Man, if it wasn't for that reach,
You know?
I mean, he's taking them huge ass step backs. He might just miss Tyson Fury's punches, bro.
man, yeah, no fighting like that, he beats us all
Oh my god.
Beats
to
us all to sleep, bro.
sleep for real,
Oh my
for
god.
real.
Shit, Shakur, man. God damn. And he models himself after Floyd. God damn, bro. Like,
I mean,
you're not doing
after
a good job.
Floyd, Purnell, and Ward, that's always been his people
Yeah.
who he said he got his game from.
I never saw them afraid to throw a backhand. Never saw them gun shy or anything.
The backhand thing is tough to get around. Like I don't understand that part.
Gabriel, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. The injury thing, the reason why now I'm leaning towards that might be bullshit is because I've seen Floyd fight with a broken hand or damaged hand. I've seen Andre Ward fight with a broken hand.
Right.
They at least threw it.
They threw it.
Not even in the sense of like I'm gonna hurt you with it, but just to like give you the idea that it's still there and it's still like hey, I don't want to get hit by this shit. It just to be a decoy. Shakur wasn't even doing that. So
you gotta pretend. You gotta pretend that it's still working because
Until the last round.
because if they smell blood, your opponent smells blood. He should be taking advantage, even though De Los Santos didn't do that.
Yeah, that shit was just a perfect shit storm, man.
I think the scariest part is that
Damn.
I think the scariest part for all of us is if this was just a regular competitor, just fighter, we'd be like, all right, he's boring, whatever, just we'll watch him. But the scary part is like this is one who could potentially one of the top pound for pound fighters, and we're like, do we really got to deal with this shit? Like, please don't be this boring.
Hey Joey, why am I just noticing this bullshit you got on the screen?
Oh, you just noticed that shit?
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention.
Oh man, you must have been high as fuck.
Nah, I don't smoke.
Oh, well, that's probably the problem.
I'm actually
So what's wrong with StreamYard anyway?
nah,
he's not talking about that.
Talking about the logo.
Oh, you're talking about the logo.
That's the OG logo right there, man.
Oh, it is. That's right. I remember that. That was from back in the day.
What's the problem with it,
Damn,
James?
I only been on here. Well, you shouldn't have it. That's the problem. But I only been on here.
Copyright
It's
infringement.
about to be 3 years, fam. You talking about back in the day?
Yeah, that was back in the day when you first started your channel.
Yeah.
Facts. It
So,
was
or at
green
least
though. It was green though.
it was green. Well, look, this was the best I could find.
It looks close enough. I can keep
But yeah, oh Gabriel, to answer your question, every time I get into Gem Stream, I got to put all my information in over and over. I can't just jump into StreamYard anymore. So I got to put my email, my password. I got to
Oh, like
preset my
that?
name. Yeah.
Oh no!
Why?
With me, it's just the name. It's already pops up and it auto populates. Not even the email, just the name. Yeah, they doing you wrong, bro.
Yeah,
Did
bro. At
you
one point, Jem sent me a link. This shit said access blocked. I was like, yo, fuck this shit, man. I'm so done with this.
did you get like a new phone or a new laptop?
No, it's the
device?
same fucking phone. I was only ever using my phone, and then all of a sudden, this shit started popping up. I remember I told James, yo, I can't get on the stream. I'm blocked. He didn't believe me.
And Truder says when y'all start YouTube channels.
We got a YouTube channel. It's Boxing Jump, bro.
Yeah,
Bro, I got content
that's
on this
loyalty.
channel.
God damn it.
I got content on this shit, man.
Shit, I put in
Yeah.
work, bro, every Friday.
All right. Check out that Patreon. Shit.
Plus, I ain't making no money off a new channel for a while.
That's true.
Nah, for real. And you might get lucky though. Shit, it took me 2 months.
It doesn't seem very long.
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't, but you know. It is what it is. And Joey, create a StreamYard account. Is that the solution?
Maybe it is. Maybe I gotta really create a StreamYard account, man.
I don't have no StreamYard account. They don't ask me.
Kyle, I don't think they have a chance to. It's too different. It's too different. That shit is only some shit for fans to talk about, fam. So when you get to a point where you fighting it once every goddamn 2 weeks, bro, how do we compare that to now?
Hell no, they don't care to surpass them. They want to make more money than them.
Mike Tech says, yeah, that's the fix to it, Joey.
Hey, man, I'll try it because, I mean, even if that works, I'm gonna just change my name to fuck Keyshawn Davis. So,
God damn.
Hey,
like that?
Yikes!
Tough tonight.
Look, nah, bro, that motherfucker cost me money and time. So,
what did he do again? I forgot. He
fucked up my film study. That's what he did. That's what he did.
Was he supposed to fight somebody that he didn't end up fighting?
Pedraza.
Yeah.
He couldn't fight him because of his fucking.
Because he failed the drug test.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
So that shit's gonna get delayed or worse. That shit's just gonna go down the toilet.
He wants to be on that hippie shit. So.
All right. Hey, you know what? I still gotta eat something. Chat, appreciate y'all for showing up. Panel, as always, man. Much love. Thanks for coming up on here. It was a good night of boxing talk. But
yes, sir.
Y'all be easy, man.
Peace, man.
Peace.
Later. Peace.